Collectors going digital and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's collect. Beyond the drop. We collect with collectors going digital and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's collect.
Chilling. Woody dancing in front of me. DBZ or Goku next to you. And we got Biggest Bro in the chat saying favorite intro song. Let's go. Oh, no audio from Jan. Says no audio from you. Are you... Yes. Oh, here. Mute yourself on the other app. Mute yourself on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, you should be good now.
Okay, guys, let us know.
There.
Can you know on audio?
Yeah, we're good. I can see your audio moving.
I mean, I put so much energy in the intro, and none of you guys heard it. But okay, yeah, here we are. Great to have you guys here. Yeah, as I said, new studio, and we have one different environment today, Josh. Two?
We'll see.
Okay, so at least one new environment in today's show, and yeah, great to have you guys here. But let us first take a look at the agenda today. So, Josh, take it away.
Yeah, so we're going to start with community posts, move into some Grail Watch before we have Spencer and Sean from Comics and Crypto who are going to join us. And then we'll round things off with the Q&A like always.
Alrighty. I mean, I think we are all desperately waiting for the announcement that VeVe finally migrated from IMX all the collectibles to the collect chain. But I guess we still have to wait a little bit. Yeah,
I actually completely forgot about that. But yeah, that's happening this week.
We're not
done.
Hope so.
Yeah. Patrick did say last week of January, and we're only just starting last week. So
yeah, fair point. And also, I've seen a post on X where he said like they are just waiting for some things on the IMX side. So I think they are ready from their side, but yeah, we will see.
Nice. Want to move into some community posts then?
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and Kryptoni said, great setup and backdrop, very clean. Thank you so much, buddy. Glad to hear that. I mean, Josh and I try to level up the live stream game here a little bit, but as I said in the last episode, that's all Josh's all his magic here with
my OCD.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to take it away with the intro, and then we'll move into some posts here?
Yeah, let us definitely do that. Where is it? Give me a second. There it is. Alrighty. To be fair, not that much has happened this week. I mean, yeah, we had a few. Yeah, I mean, not that much. Yeah. I know. It's not. Yeah. Take it away. I'm being quiet for a second here.
I mean, this is a really interesting tweet. I don't think anyone can deny this, but from himself, the host, I guess you can say, or the guy behind King of Collectibles on Netflix, actually commented under Bobby Sat's post here, saying when they can be taken off platform. Ken says correct. And they're obviously talking about true ownership, so being able to take our collectibles pretty much where we want. So the fact that we got a response from that guy is pretty cool.
And I mean, he's the founder and CEO of Golden, right? I mean, he's not just the host of King of Collectibles.
Great point. Let's go full screen here so people know what we're talking about. Oh, I thought that was a link to the post. Of course, O'Milly does that. Where's the original one?
What?
No, I was trying to get to the original tweet. I thought that was the tweet.
Okay.
He just took a screenshot of it.
Yeah, but I mean that was all about someone asked when like I guess a wall statue can be or when we see like the first big sale of a digital collectible on his platform, and that was like his answer. So I think yeah,
Trying to
that
find
would
the
be
original.
really interesting. Just think about how many eyes that would get. Like if a digital collectible gets sold by Golden, so that would be huge.
It would be a big deal. Sorry, I'm listening to what you're saying. I was just trying to find the original post here so I could actually click on it.
I think it was from Digital Monkey. I think, yeah. Let me check.
Got it.
Yeah, nice. Alrighty, and while we stay here, please repost on X so that a lot of other community members have a chance to join the show. That would be awesome. Alrighty.
But yeah, he says, hey Ken, when's the first digital collectible auction? How much do you see this going for? And then that's where all this transpired. So when they can be taken off platform, and Ken says, yeah. So confirmation from him.
Yeah, but also it says that he has an eye on like what's happening in the collectibles space. I mean, I recently saw a post from Vincent, and he was at Gary Vaynerchuk's office with the Action Comics 1. I guess they had a podcast episode or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was someone commented like VeVe x VFriends x Vincent Sosolo, the how do you say it? The circle is closing, and he was like, "Yep, I thought the same." So, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I also heard that he was talking with Gary when he saw him about VeVe as well. So I saw him comment that. So
yeah. I mean,
nice to see the word spread.
I mean, it's speculation, but Gary knows about VeVe since 2021. So, and maybe his problem always has been like the fact that it's kind of a closed ecosystem, and that would be the next step with CollectChain. And I mean, we've saw from the reaction from Ken, like the closed ecosystem kind of perspective is
people either seem to love it or hate it.
Yeah.
It seems to be a hit or a miss. So
yeah. I think it's definitely better to be open, like in like what CollectChain is planning.
I think it's better to be open if they have the right system to do it. I think it's better to be closed on the perspective of it. And like VeVe not wanting to deal with any of that stuff, which I completely understand. But in terms of the next post here, just because we're talking about King of Collectibles.
Oh, wait a second, Doug. I've taken all but 2 of my collectibles off the market because of the migration coupled with the golden reply. Yeah.
With the go. Oh.
Yeah, that was what I was referring to from Dr. Collect down at the bottom. That he was like scroll a little bit down. Not that far. Yeah, no, yeah.
No, phase 1 the post. Oh, this one.
Phase 1 very soon, basically ready to just coordinating with IMX, full features rollout in summer. So like the full ownership, as I understood it, will happen, and self custody, etc., will happen in summer. Yeah.
Yep. And then we have Sergio here, who says, imagine the partner statue being featured on Netflix's King of Collectibles. It could theoretically happen this summer. I don't know about that. Normally those shows are planned ahead, but Ken said interoperability is the only barrier to entry for VeVe Collectibles. So
yeah. I mean, I don't see that happen this summer, but maybe an auction on Golden, but not in King of Collectibles, because as you said, they have to schedule and plan like those shows like way in advance.
Yeah, I also think there's probably only a handful of collectibles on the platform right now that I'm not trying to speak for the guy, but that he would deal with, right? Because from my understanding, he deals with like higher ticket collectibles, like higher sales, right? And so like Miles Morales comes to mind, partner statue, SR, Peter Parker, right? And then like how many more on top of that, those 3?
Comics, AF-15, MC1, but maybe the MC1 has a too high supply, but maybe an MC1 19, shit, was it 61?
19, are you talking about MC
number 39, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh damn. So far off. Okay, guys, sorry, my fault. Yeah, but I guess at least 10 collectibles would come to mind, especially in combination with mint numbers.
I was only thinking of the collectible side, but good point. Comics, there's a lot more. Now, this is some of the good news. There was some unfortunate news this week as well, which has to do with this. So it says, today we're announcing the Nifty Gateway platform will be closing on February 23rd of this year. Starting today, Nifty Gateway is in withdrawal only mode. So another one bites the dust, pretty much.
Yeah, and just take a look at how much coverage that got. Like 591k views, and so many people who reposted and stuff in a time where like NFTs and digital collecting are like non-existing kind of.
Yeah, I mean, they launched in 2020, they said, so yeah. The main ones that come to mind, there's probably only a handful at this point now, right? There's definitely more projects than just a handful, but
yeah, but what are like the ones that come to mind?
Hearing Nifty Gateway, I think a Nifty Island. I was talking to you about that before. VeVe, Elmonex, Wilder Worlds. I would have put Futureverse on that list. Unfortunately, that's another company that bit the dust.
McFarlane Toys.
McFarlane, I would, yes, just because of his legacy with his name. But I mean, what are other ones on top of that, other than like the OG board?
Yeah, but those you've mentioned are like kind of way smaller compared to like Nifty or VeVe or what have you. So
which ones?
I mean, Elmonex.
Well, people forget that Elmonex was V-Tail before, so they've been around for over a decade. It's like 13, 14, something up there. They're not a new company. They just rebranded. or got bought. I don't know what the whole story is there, but
Yeah,
they were.
I got that, but they are not like a really, really big company, in my understanding, at least.
I wouldn't consider any of them in this space big companies, though. I would still consider VeVe a small company. Smaller. Maybe they're crossing into the medium size now, but in terms of users, no.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So, Dr. Fugital.eth, thanks for reposting. Alrighty, let's move on.
Another one from Sergio here.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, so I didn't really follow this drop too much, but I did see a lot of people talking about this one. Imagine if there's a 1-of-1 gold variant in today's drop. The entire supply would have sold out. So I saw some people saying like that they agree. I know like we have people down here like Chris who says, yeah, but then there'd be a flood of sub retail listings immediately hitting the market, diminishing the value.
We got those anyways. And then the real collectors can get those that haven't gotten the drop, the collectible on drop.
Yeah. So some people.
I really like that idea, to be fair, because a lot of people are gambling on hitting secret rares and hitting special mints, and that would definitely help, like on the gambling aspect. But I also agree that afterwards, a lot of pieces would be really cheap, and then they get bought up, and then the market does what the market does and sees how like valuable that kind of collectible is and how thought after.
Do you ever miss like the original drop format? I know they kind of still do it here and there, but like the non-blind box, being able to choose what to go for, you don't miss that?
Oh yeah, I definitely want that back.
Yeah,
100%.
Because that's kind of what this would be, but it also makes me think about like the partner statue. Like I think that's also partly why that drop was so competitive, is because there wasn't like a second or a third component to that set. It was just the statue, so people knew what they were going for if they really wanted it, right? So
yeah, 100%. But I think they need to introduce like the drop model where you can choose what you want. Not on every drop. I mean, I like those blind box drops, but sometimes like you want like the ultra rare collectible and in a blind box, and you got a fucking common or uncommon, and yeah, afterwards like, yeah, okay, dang it. And it would be different if I can choose like the ultra rare and then didn't get it, because then I don't spend money on stuff I don't want.
Yeah. Next. Oh, I already have it on screen. Shoot.
Yeah.
Next one though is that they're moving over to TikTok as well. So they're launching their TikTok store in addition to their WhatsApp store. And Max and Janie are running that as well.
Whatnot, not WhatsApp.
Whatnot.
But I mean, a WhatsApp store would be cool as
collect chain,
well.
go collect.
Have you watched one of their shows yet? I think I asked you that before, because I haven't had the chance, because it's like in the middle of the night.
I haven't bought anything, but I did watch one of the Whatnot shows. Yeah. But
seems
I think TikTok
seems like they really enjoy doing it.
They're the perfect people for it. Perfect people. Lots of energy, and yeah, you can see it through the camera. So
yeah,
it's authentic too. That's the thing. They're not fake. Whereas like someone like me, if I was to try and act like them, I would just be fake on camera.
Yeah. That's why we stay here in on Beyond the Drop.
Chill. You want to move into Burnwatch?
Oh, don't we have any other? Oh God, not that much has happened this week. Oh damn.
Unless there's any posts you guys want us to cover, put them in the chat as well.
Yeah, please let us know, or any topics we've missed, or you guys want to have covered. That would be awesome. Let me quickly check here in my chat. Kryptoni is in here, but I already answered. He says like popular IP and low edition sizes for FAs will melt faces. The floors will be super high. I guess we will see how all this plays out in the next couple of months and years, right?
I think without getting too controversial right now, I think our whole world climate right now, like it's in a very weird place right now. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
100%. But I mean, we will see. I still believe that there's a good possibility. And guys, no financial advice. I know exactly the same amount as you, and I can promise you I 100% will be wrong here and there. But I still think, like, in terms of the midterms in the US, that the markets could move higher. I mean, it would make sense for me, because otherwise Donald Trump doesn't get reelected like in the midterms, in my understanding. Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know as well, but I try to reason here a bit. Alrighty, so let's move into Grail Watch, guys.
No, burn.
Burn? Oh,
OMI
okay.
burn.
My fault. Let's move into the OMI burn.
When collectors trade, the system heats, and that's the flame that makes a mean decrease. When collectors trade, the system heats, and that's the flame that makes a mean decrease.
Yeah, that didn't work out as planned, but we are here.
We'll make progress. Take it show
Yeah.
by show. But yeah, we're sitting at 270 million now for burns.
Still good progress. And I'm honestly, till this day, waiting on the announcement what David and Dan will do with their tokens, or with some of their tokens. Because I'm still convinced there will be something.
What is this that Duck is saying? Let me open up my Steam. Let me see.
To be fair, I haven't seen anything about Epico like for ages.
Epico
Latest.
World free. I remember seeing footage about this, but I've never actually played it. I thought this was actually going to be a mobile app as well. I did not realize this was going to be on computer. All right, join playtest. Let's.
This will probably be one of like the first games on the collect chain where you can use some of the collectibles. I mean, we already have David and Dan and my collectibles, etc. in there, or
Is
in
my-
as collectibles.
Yeah, David and Dan's in here. Is the bitrate for the stream low? Actually, it's already done installing. Never mind. We're fine. We're good. Maybe we can play that later on. We'll check it out. Appreciate the heads up, Duck. Video Shane, what's going on, man? You know, every time I see you talking now on someone's channel, my first thought that comes to mind is I need to speak to you about your audio, because your audio is so damn good. It's like the guy's sitting in like a music studio with all the foam walls around him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, but it sounds like that. I need to learn from Shane.
Yeah, but isn't he a? Was it him who like one of the community members like reached out to me before I had this mic I have now, and was like, okay, you need that kind of stuff. Was it him? I'm not sure. But yeah.
Maybe. But let's move into some Grail Watch, I guess, before Spencer and Sean join us.
Yes, let's do that. Do you have the post ready?
Oh yeah.
Red report, eyes on the floors, locked in tight. Every move they make, we break it down.
All right, guys. So before we start with Grail Watch this week, a friend of the channel, Enno, you can see it. Oh, other side. You can Josh, use your thought. I mean, okay, so this is a community showcase. Some collectibles he wants to sell, and he reached out to us to cover those collectibles. If there's something you would like to purchase, you can go to Stacker, or if those prices are a little bit too high here and there, you want to negotiate, he's open for negotiations. Reach out to him on X at NO_2323. So he wants to sell the Invisible Iron Man, Secret Rare 988 for 1,200,000 OMI. What is that a newer cover? I haven't seen that cover.
I don't know. I am not the person to ask for that.
Yeah, okay, fair point. Then Death Trooper SE 14 Air Blaster, 54 mint, 650,000 OMI. Rio 978, and that one was so close because the game was published in August, not September 78. So really close to the publishing date here on that collectible for 5,870,000 OMI. Spider-Man 2099 for 3 million OMI. Then another low mint Death Trooper for 3 million OMI, and wrong side, Super Grover Special Edition. Haven't heard about that color, like this one here.
Shout out to Ben Rose.
Huh?
Shout out to Ben Rose. That was his favorite character, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is it from the Sesame Street?
Sesame Street, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sesame Street. Oh, didn't know that. For 2,200,000 OMI. So guys, if you're interested in one of those collectibles, you can find those listed for those prices on Stacker, or if you want to negotiate with NO, you can see over there his contacts on X. Just shoot him a DM, and yeah, let's move on into the other Grail collectibles we want to take a look at today before Sean and Spencer hop into the show.
Now, question is, here, why don't we generate a list of collectibles from AI? That way we don't have to think about what ones to look for.
Let's do it. I mean,
here, generate a list of random collectibles from VeVe.
Oh, Kryptoni here in my chat says, like, most important thing, I'm still having fun in this space, and I know there are no promises. I just love the community and the collecting aspect. I mean, to that comment, I think that's the reason why most of us who are still here are here. Obviously, also because we see like the potential and the future that could take place. But yeah.
My hand's too big.
And he also asks if, first of all, thank you so much. I can't pull this comment up because you're on my chat, but he says, you guys will have one of the best streams. You're going to start doing live drop shows. Josh, did you listen, or are you?
No, I listened. Are you putting a comment on screen or
okay.
something? I was just waiting for it. Or, like, where's...
No. I mean, the question was, are we doing live drop shows?
No. But we do have more plans for this show to make it a little bit more entertaining. We just haven't kind of knocked everything off the list yet. Yeah. So I
think the live drop shows will probably, I thought about that quite some time, to be fair. But I think that will take place not under like the beyond the drop roof, I guess. That maybe we will do drop shows on our own or something like that, but not in the near future, to be fair. I guess maybe when like the hype phase comes back a little bit more, etc. because like the time we spent preparing for this show, etc., already is a lot, and we want to first, I would say, make this show like really worth like your guys' time and offer some entertaining stuff. So I think we will concentrate on our show here first, and then maybe branch out to doing drop shows together or on our own. I don't know about that. We will see.
The drop shows are just kind of, they're a little difficult just because Jan and I are so far apart with the time differences, and you're also kind of working too during some of the drops. So
yeah. I mean, as I said, I will probably do some kind of drop shows in the future here and there, but not on a regular basis, I think. Oh, on that topic, I mean, we all know like the supporter creator code on Fortnite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be such a cool thing if VeVe could offer that kind of stuff for like live streaming drops. So if you have like, hey guys, here's my link. I stream like or I stream like this drop. If you buy through that link, I get like 2% or whatever. That would encourage so many more people to do like the drop shows, I think.
Yeah, completely agree. I was just talking with MC about the affiliate program. I think it was last week, and I'm pretty sure they're kind of already thinking about this. So
I hope so. I mean,
yeah.
They should.
Yeah. What is this bot doing? VeVe Collect.
Yeah, I mean, Josh, we entered a new environment.
We did. This one is probably one of my favorite ones so far. I added a ton of stuff to this.
Walk us through, buddy.
Dude, so I started with James Bond, which kind of funny enough only actually has one item in this entire thing now. It is the gun right here. So that's the 007.
Okay, but the gun is really hard to see. To be fair, if it's the 007 themed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a mix of 007. We got Halo, so we got some of the weapons and stuff in front of us. We got Tron.
Honestly, on the Halo part, I hated it when those alien fuckers came with those swords.
Energy sword, yeah.
Yeah. I hated that.
But then right in front of you, you got the lightsaber. You got the Men in Black gun. And then in the corner behind me, over here, we have the fuel rod from Halo as well. We have Iron Man. We have some of the Iron Man heart things here on the wall. And then we have more Tron stuff in the back. Got the helicopter. I added that little DNA thing because I thought it just looked cool. But yeah, lots of stuff in this one. And then the VeVe logo, obviously, on the table there. And my Tim Hortons. Can't forget this.
Yeah. And I also, what is like the orange thing in the back under the DNA stuff?
Tron helicopter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So got a little carried away with this one, but hopefully it's. Oh yeah, we got the holocron as well. Right. Oh wait, here. Wait. There.
Oh yeah.
So this bot is still doing its thing. I got a list already, but I told it to generate more random ones because it's a lot of the ones we've already looked at. Wonder Woman, Ghostbusters, Superman, Elsa, Coca-Cola Starlight. What is that one?
Is it like the ball you can shake? I don't know how to say it.
No, that one was the orb. That's this one.
Okay.
Starlight can? Is it?
Oh yeah, I bought that one. I mean, how much is it? Like 10 cents or what?
$1.80.
What? $1.80? I could have sworn it is way lower.
$1.80. Fuse has 65 of these. I need to. Why? Who has 91?
Yeah. Not even good for him. Oh, I've seen Duck posted something this week that he got a collectible because he found the secret message in the Discord. Is it correct?
Hey, I am actually kind of pissed about that because I sat in the Discord for 30 minutes. I was the first one to solve it. And for some weird reason, the first person to solve the riddle didn't get the collectible. But
Yeah, I was wondering the same because I didn't get one. Is he the only one who got one? Because I just seen him.
The way they did it is random winner. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Random winners got the collectible. I can't remember how many they ended up giving out, but and it's because of I think it has to do with like they can't say that they're giving a collectible for a certain to like a certain place or certain user or something like that. Like the word random has to be used. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, I was sitting in your Discord for 35-40 minutes just trying to spam different answers because I couldn't. At first I thought I solved it, but I was using ChatGPT and then I kind of figured out that ChatGPT was just spewing nonsense. So I was sitting there putting in the wrong answer for a good chunk of time. But Sven got one, and yeah, I will openly admit that I told Sven what the answer was. So I was like, "You're welcome."
Guys, I have to close the window real quick. It gets a little bit cold here.
But toss some collectibles in the chat, guys.
Yeah, but while you guys do that, I have a few comments here in my chat. Umid asks, VeVeverse environments are also nice. Is this a VeVeverse environment of yours, Josh?
No, built in Unreal Engine. You wouldn't. You could build some like static environments and stuff like that in the verse, but you wouldn't be able to get all the 3D models and stuff that I'm using, like all the Tron bikes and helicopters and stuff.
Yeah. Way more possibilities here. And then Philip, there are many comics where the price gap between the VeVe floor and the stacker floor is immense. I mean, not just on comics. I mean, I think on collectibles sometimes it's even a wider gap, isn't it?
Which Philip is that? Is that what's the guy's name? Philip is nice or something?
No, I mean here it says Philip 1039.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Philip is from the German community.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Kryptoni says I got a low mint Dan and Dave from that contest. But I thought, like, if you do some kind of secret stuff where people need to discover, I mean, everyone should win who discovers it, right?
Yeah. No one knew that. I think they were doing that giveaway, so I think they probably could have just given everyone. But I was like, gosh darn it, dude! I was the one who solved it. But whatever. It's just
you should have kept the secret, or just tell me.
I remember I was in the Discord and I think the first thing I was putting in was like Merry Christmas and Happy New Year or whatever, and I kept putting it in with like capitals, non-capitals, Happy New Year with no Merry Christmas, and then you just had people in the Discord being like, Merry Christmas, bro, Merry Christmas, bro. Over.
Doug, I don't think that you won something. I mean, I guess you would have seen it in your collection. So nope, you didn't win. But who posted that? I seen that on. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Holy Grails and Blue Chips. We pretty much have already taken a look at all those. Lady and the Tramp, Donald and Daisy Duck would be a good one to look at. Oh my gosh, I can't type. 20 on the floor.
Yeah, that's.
I really like this piece too because, to my knowledge, there isn't a golden moment like this that goes around. It's based on the two different statues that are in the parks. So they like brought it together for this collectible.
Ah, okay. Huh.
Because the one in the parks, Donald is actually holding his hat. So what they did was, because this is a Valentine's drop.
Yeah.
They put the hat on his head and made it look like they're holding hands.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Donald Duck golden moment Disney. Yeah. Right here. See?
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Dropping some knowledge here on the live show today, my friend. Let's go.
Daisy's right there. Yeah. Cool piece though. Dr. Collect 583. What are some other ones? A lot of these are golden moments.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, those are so significant, right?
Okay, so comics. This will help a lot. We've taken a look at all of these. Hulk 181 we haven't.
Which one is that?
I can't remember either. Hulk 181. Okay. Is this Wolverine?
Is that the
first appearance of Wolverine?
Oh yeah, okay.
I was thinking that was an X-Men #1 for some reason, but I think that book has a bunch of first appearances. Watched a few old Donald cartoons a few days ago. He's actually a bit of a psycho. You know, when we were in Vegas and we were at Arcade's tattoo shop, he had some like really old cartoons playing, like looping on the TV. Like Betty Boop was some of them. I think there was some Disney ones in there as well. But Betty Boop. Did you ever watch that?
No, not really. All right, what else do we?
Star Wars #1. We actually haven't looked at that.
Oh, I have that as a secret rare.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. One that on the last how is it last German community meetup.
Nice. Sitting at 141 on the floor.
Yeah, but I mean half the price on Stacker. Do you see like that dynamic changing over the next couple of months? That like the floor prices on VeVe and Stacker get closer together, or do you think that you always will get a discount on Stacker?
I think there's probably going to be a discount just because of the.
Why do you think so?
The opportunity cost of selling the tokens. So you remember like all those people who would be like, I think Foster was one of them. He was like, am I the only one who goes to the grocery store and compares like the price of groceries to how much OMI I could buy for it? It's kind of like that, but the opposite. It's like, well, if I get rid of my tokens and the token goes up, how much would I lose? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why some people price it a little lower. They don't want to get rid of their tokens, I would assume.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like the collectible could go up as well.
Yeah, but it just depends on how that person looks at it. Oh, where did Jan go? Jan just disappeared on me. But to his point, I think it really just depends on how the person looks at it. For me, I don't want to get rid of my OMI, so I'm not even going to list it in OMI, but what are your thoughts on here, let me go back to the studio while I wait for Jan. I don't know what's going on here. What are your thoughts on the comics that mimic toy packaging? They're interesting because in real life, is nowhere near the value in VeVe. Thoughts? I think there's there's several examples like that though. Like Marvel Comics #1 isn't the same value as the in real life one. AF-15, a bunch of the comics. But I like the covers. I think the packaging is cool. There's only a handful of them on the platform though, right? Like there's only like 4 or 5 or something like that. Not even. Discount only until a big pump. Once OMI has a lot less up potential, I think it will be different. Jan. Oh, his Wi-Fi died. All right, it's a solo show right now. He'll be back whenever that hops up. If you guys have any collectibles you want to go over, let me know in the chat, and then we'll keep it going here. But let me go back to, we'll go to this studio, and then that way I can actually bring up the AI here. What are we missing? Triumph, we've looked at that. Have we taken a look at the Huracan? I don't think so. Huracan, first Lambo to drop on VeVe. And let's take a look at the secret rare. Secret rare is sitting at 250, 650 in circulation, 7 in the market. This piece got featured by what was it was a bigger name too. Coin Telegraph, was that it? There was a larger exchange that featured this one. It was NFT Pirates, and then there was a video of mine as well that I did. I did a showcase of the ultra rare, the red one. Yeah, sitting at 55 for 1,000. It's a really nice collectible. I heard a little beep. Is that Jan? Oh, Jan, I see you backstage in the studio, but connect the Video Ninja.
I did.
Oh, now I hear you.
I did connect it.
I hear you now.
Yeah, wait a second. We'll do it again.
You just got to connect your camera now, but I hear you. Zombie says, so there's a lot now. Almost every single Star Wars will have one of those variants. How's Deadpool versus Batman doing? What issue is that? I'm not going to know the comic, dude. Deadpool versus Batman. Yeah, I don't. Is it Deadpool #1 or something? Deadpool #1. I'm assuming secret rare or common. 95 for the secret rare. Oh wait, is that even the one? Oh no, I don't even think that's the one. There's two Deadpool #1. Oh no, common. That's the one. That's the book, but that's the secret rare. That's not it. Wait, is it or is it not? Jan has entered the studio. There might be a connection issue with Jan, which I thought might be my issue today because there's a big snowstorm where I am. So if it does cut out, that might be why. But here, Jan, I added you up on stage, so I hear you.
Alrighty. I mean, I did whatever. I did connect to the other application.
Do you have your virtual camera turned on?
Yeah.
There you are.
I'm back. Nice.
There we are.
Yeah, sorry, my Wi-Fi got disconnected.
You're good. The secret rare, or the Scotty Young secret rare, was the book. Yeah, I thought I was tripping. There is Deadpool number 1, secret rare. Is this the same book or different? No, it's different.
What's like the discussion here? Help me out.
Deadpool number 1,
Mm-hmm.
secret rare. Deadpool number 1, secret rare.
Okay.
Deadpool Wolverine number 1. Deadpool Batman number 1. This is it. Ah, okay. Actually, I've never seen this Scotty Young cover. That's nice. $1,100. It's Deadpool versus Batman, first ever collab. That's a really nice cover.
Rogue Secret Rare is mentioned here in my chat by Kryptoni and Umid.
Is that Rogue number 1?
Did you guys talked about that before?
Oh, another Scotty Young. No, it's $8 on the floor for a secret rare.
Which one? The Scotty Young?
It says $8 for Rogue.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, Felix?
I mean, that's pretty cheap for 3 MCP points, isn't it? Oh, by the way, quick question. I think you are not the right guy to ask, but maybe someone in the chat knows. I always thought like that. What was it? Let me check here real quick. That. Wait a second. Where can you see this price?
I have no idea why it's saying it's $8 on the floor. It's not $8 on the floor. 770,000 OMI. Is that $8? No. No, that's this. That's this right here.
Yeah.
We'll give it a few minutes before we bring on the
Yeah,
guest.
and just a question here. I always thought, like, in terms of the MCP points, that rare collectibles give more than 1.25 MCP points. Am I wrong there? I mean, that was different, or is it my fault here?
I'm not one to ask about MCP.
Yeah, that's why I've said, but maybe
Yeah.
someone, Felix. I mean, Felix is in the chat. He should know, because
I don't
that's
keep up.
correct. The rare ones only give 1.12 points, 1.25 points. Damn, I always thought it's way more than that. Huh. Okay. And the ultra rares, 2 or what? Wait a second. I have to check that now.
I don't know where. I don't know where this price is coming from. That's
1.5.
confusing.
You can see it under details. Oh shoot, you can't see.
What?
You can. Fuck it. You can see it under details under the collectibles. How many MCP points you get per day? Okay, ultra rare to 1.5. Okay.
Is that auction price? Oh, maybe. I think I did actually just see that number change in front of me.
Yeah, Doc. You and me, we both thought it's way more than 1.5.
Zombie, that's a good point.
But is the auction price shown as current floor price on VeVe?
I don't know.
But that wouldn't
don't
make
know.
any sense, or would it? Not really.
Well, if you can place a bid on a cheaper, I don't know. Give us one or two more guys before we bring on our guests here. After years.
Yes, Felix. After years, we're still discussing the point system.
Dude, that's my point. My point. There's so many points and so many numbers to keep track of.
Yeah, and also, they are not really talking about it in a heavy way, because you can't really use MCP points. Where we are back at the topic, Felix. I know you would like to see way more utilization of those MCP points.
Felix is like hitting his table right now. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
I mean, I'm currently, guys, write in the chat how many MCP points you have. I'm currently at 806,000. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're here. You're here. Yeah.
Okay. How long have I been gone, or was I still there all the time?
You were here the entire time.
Okay. Damn
Everyone
it.
heard you screw up. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, let me know, how many MCP points do you have? I'm a little bit over 800k.
Is that before you get the gold coin though?
I don't have none. I don't get the gold coin yet. You can still redeem that one. I mean, I've told you before, I will definitely wait till I redeem that, because I think in the next half year or like a year or two, in the next year, I think we will definitely get some interesting drops, and I need those MCP points for that. Because just think about it, 400,000 MCPs I would use for the coin would be half my MCP stack. So that's definitely way too much.
Well, hey, maybe a conversation to have with our guests today as well. But do you want to bring them on now?
Let me quickly, before we bring them on, let me run, where is it, the intro. But after that, I mean, they both look ready here in the studio. Oh yeah, we get the thumbs up, guys. So let's run the short intro.
Gosh.
Pull them up, Josh.
I'm trying to hit the minimize button here. There we are.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Hey, great. What's up, Josh? What's up, Jan? How's it going, guys?
Doing very well. This is just got to give you guys a disclaimer. It's our first time running a show with guests with our new setup, so we might have some little technical difficulties, but no, happy to have you guys here. Thanks.
I was going to say, I'm blown away, dude.
Great, guys.
Your setup's so sick. Oh my god.
Trying to keep it a little creative,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
love it.
Yeah, I can tell the metaverse building experience is coming in handy.
Yep. Unreal Engine again. So
Woody's getting after it. That's for sure.
yeah. Jan, you want to take it away with some questions?
Time today, really happy. Oh, am I muted on the other one?
You were muted, but now we hear you. I'm just gonna bring you up this way.
Okay, nice, with a perfect setup here.
Green screen, love it.
That's sick.
Yeah. So Josh gave me a little bit behind the scenes look. What else kind of environments you could use and customize, and that's just crazy in my personal view. But yeah, great to have you. I mean, I wasn't prepared for that amazing green screen background, but guys, I want to know, I mean, we've, was it last show or the show before, we talked about your bounties. You put your bounties out on a regular basis. And I really enjoyed that clip, because both of you were like, okay, we don't even get close of, or not even the same amount of bounties like fulfilled, but you guys were so happy about it. And I really enjoyed watching that. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I mean, obviously we're huge collectors, and these are things that we want to have for our collection, but we see the value that bounties bring to the market. You know, we've seen what it's done for the sports card market, and now even for, Marvel cards and Disney cards, and a lot of these, bigger collectors will put out bounties for things, and it just creates a lot of hype and excitement. So, we see that as a tool one, to bring in new people into the VeVe, ecosystem who maybe have never heard of it before. Somebody maybe sees one of our bounty posts and, sees kind of a crazy number. Oh, somebody's willing to pay $3,000 for this NFT. Like, I thought NFTs were dead. And then now, gets them interested in, now they're popping in and checking out VeVe. We've been very, very lucky, to be a part of the whole affiliate program. So, we've been able to bring in, a bunch of new users. We can kind of see the tracking on our side. So
We can monetize it. Yeah.
yeah. So we've been able to monetize it, on our side, but also, we're just trying to grow the space and trying to, grow awareness for VeVe collectibles, but also for, licensed digital collectibles in general.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Sorry, what's wrong? What's wrong, Sean?
Oh, sorry. I thought you froze up. My bad. Sorry.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I had the same problems here on today a couple of times, so you're good. Anything to add on Spencer's?
Yeah,
points there?
it's been really fun posting these. Seeing the engagement and excitement that it's bringing to the collecting space, and we're definitely getting interest from other people. I mean, it's not going to be overnight. We've been doing this for a year and a half, right? And and we've talked to, from our posts, we've seen interest from big comic collectors. I know a few whales that are just insane in the comic book side, physical comic books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're DMing me and saying, "What's up with these bounties, dude? So what's going on? What is all this?"
Yeah.
So like we'll set up meetings and have an hour-long session explaining what these are and why they're significant, and whether or not they dive into it right away, they know about it now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the important thing. When they're
Their
interested,
first touch point with this new medium, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
How
I
do
think
you-
it's a lot of just like educating people on mint numbers and hashtag mints matter. I think a lot of people don't realize that, and that's, I think, a lot of the reason we started our channel to begin with. Back on this point 4 or 5 years ago, is because we're seeing a lot of people making mistakes in the market, and people just flooring special mint numbers or flooring super low mint numbers, and it's like, guys, like people are spending good money on these things, so just trying to educate people so people know what they have, and so they don't accidentally let something like that slip.
Yeah, and not even just like 1977, for example, but even like 123, 666. There's a bunch of different numbers that people put value on.
Yeah.
Gears turning.
Josh, you had a question.
Well, it just makes me think, because you guys have a really impressive network, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that network doesn't happen from people just approaching you. Like, I'm sure you guys have had to cold call and reach out to a lot of people as well.
Totally.
How do you find people are reacting to like NFTs right now? Because, and I'm asking this because MC was in a space, I think last week, and he was talking about how, when he's approaching creators and different brands, it seems like these brands and creators are a little bit more open to that word now. Not as closed as they were closer to 2021 and 2022 and stuff. Do you guys kind of see the same thing happening when you're talking to other brands?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely part of it. I think people are just more comfortable with it. It's like not as much of a taboo word as it used to be, but also at the same time, like, I know people ask what I do for work, and I'm like, oh, I do stuff in NFTs, and I have this YouTube channel, whatever, and people are like, NFTs are still around. Thing, like, people still care about those. I'm like, yeah, like there's still a niche market for it. It's not it's not as as substantial as it was back in 2021 when we kind of had this hot market when everything was going. But like licensed digital collectibles, we still have this very solid core community of people who are serious collectors, who are in it for the collecting. I mean, there definitely is the financial aspect of it as well. People are trying to make money, but people are really care about these things and see the future for it. So I think a lot of people just don't realize. I think a lot of people don't realize like kind of like the license part of the market even exists. I think a lot of people see the Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks and some of these kind of bigger PFP projects and obviously Pudgy Penguins has broken into the scene and has gone full physical, and Walmart and Target and big retailers, so they see that. But I think outside of that, a lot of people don't realize that Marvel and Disney and Star Wars are releasing things on chain.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the education that you were just talking about as well. Yeah, for sure. Jan, do you have any other?
Just on that, staying on that topic, what is like your guys' opinion, like how to overcome like this kind of false narrative that a lot of people anticipate with collectibles, because I would say 99% of people who hear the word NFT think like, oh, scam. What's your take? Maybe
I
Sean,
think I think really it comes down to trying to like educate people about what things really are. And it's like people have these misconceptions about what NFTs are. They're pump and dumps, whatever. But yeah, I think like showing people, it's like, oh, these are real brands that are releasing things. It's a little more validity, and it shows people that it's like, oh, if somebody like Marvel is taking this seriously, then this is something that I can take seriously too. You know,
I think that was really the narrative, especially during the bull run. You know, we saw a lot of pump and dumps. We saw a lot of scams. We're seeing that with meme tokens right now. But we've talked about this, and I know Gary Vee is talking about this as well. You know, 99% of a lot of the NFT projects are going to fail, and we've been seeing it. I mean, Nifty Gateway just closed shop. Digital is question mark right now. You know, we don't know what's going on with them, but you know, we know that the companies that are going to not just survive, but they're continuing to thrive right now. It speaks a lot about the market. And even going back to Pudgy Penguins, I'm beyond impressed with what they've accomplished. You know, they're a self-created IP, right? And they've absolutely crushed it. I mean, they're present at every big Comic-Con.
Yeah,
they have a booth. It's amazing. They have pop-up booths also in the city, which are also a blast.
They're in Walmart now too.
Well, yeah, they have physicals in Walmart and Target. They just announced a partnership with I think it was what soccer club was it? Was it Manchester?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Manchester United or Manchester City? One of the two.
Sorry, Man City. Yeah, you're right, Man City.
Man City. That's massive, guys. That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
It's massive. So
yeah,
I'm so excited for the future of this stuff, and I think, especially for VeVe collectibles, the tech's just not caught up yet. I know it sucks because we were all expecting to walk around AR glasses by now, right? You know?
Kind of.
And speculation really drove the market. It did. I mean, these collectibles are definitely improving. They're becoming very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the quality just keeps going up and up on VeVe. On the models.
I think once a week I go outside and play with my AT and AR. Like, how big can I make this thing? And
that's awesome.
Like, you see that and you're like, this is just, is it so obvious? Yeah, and I think it is. I mean, it's so obvious this is going to be the future. But right now it's hard to say that because I have my iPhone and I'm walking around and people are like, what is he doing?
Yeah. Looks weird.
Wearing AR glasses at Disneyland. They're going to enhance the experience. It's not just, I'm not just talking about digital collectibles, right? We're just talking about, in general, the atmosphere people are going to live in. It's going to be very interesting over the next few years, especially how these
like the digital overlay, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like you're going to walk around Disneyland. We've been talking about this for a long time, and especially Pinnacle's validating what we talked about 5 years ago. How they're going to do drops at Disneyland parks for digital collectibles. It makes so much sense, and these pins are massive in Disneyland. They're going to integrate that eventually into Disneyland parks, and that's going to become really big. And I think the market's people are really going to turn their heads on this now. You know, especially using geolocation, going to different parts of the parks, and getting certain digital collectibles at different parts of the areas of the parks. That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
I can't even imagine how fun that would be if I was a kid again. Like,
right.
Because I was one of those kids who would go around the parks just to collect the pins. Like I remember, you know, grabbing my mom or my dad and be like, "Hey, I want to go talk to this character," to go grab the pin from them because they would hold the pins, right? Yeah. So adding that digital layer on top is I mean, I can only imagine the possibilities. But I think like also a really simple example. And to your point, Sean, about how, you know, digital's here to stay, like it's clearly going that route. On Instagram, you have those paid filters where people put like the hat on you or put like the glasses on you, right? Totally. I think that's just a very early phase of where all this is going. So
Like I don't know if any of you guys ever been to a Great Wolf Lodge.
I have one like 10 minutes from me.
Nice. Do you know like they have the whole like wizard thing, like where you walk around and there's like with the wand and stuff, like that, those kinds of experiences. Like people love that kind of stuff where they go around, you know, in the physical world searching for things, but interact with digital. Like people love that. I mean, obviously Pokemon Go, massive success.
Yeah. Great. So,
it's just a matter of time until the hardware catches up, and then you know it becomes everything just becomes and it starts making sense. You know.
Yeah. It's just it makes me laugh seeing somebody on their phone just putting a collectible up and just looking weird, because you would hear the stories when like cell phones got introduced, and like someone would hold the cell phone up to their ear, and people would like judge the person talking to themselves in public.
Right.
It's like, what is that person doing? But now everyone does it. So
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll get there, but I think the launch of Collect Chain, and then also, you know, talking about Pudgy Penguins, like Abstract Chain. Abstract is probably going to be like the closest competitor to Collect. You know, that Abstract Chain was created by the team, you know, behind Pudgy Penguins, Luca Nets, and you know they're also fully focused on making sure that the licensing is all done correctly on chain, and then all the creators are rewarded properly, and royalties are enforced. So I think, you know, chains like that coming into play is also going to have a huge impact on licensed collectibles, because, you know, I think a lot of the licensors, I think, have been, you know, hesitant because they are worried about their royalties being enforced, at least on, you know, kind of mainnet Ethereum, you know, that the whole Blur fiasco and, you know, royalties becoming optional. I think that scared away a lot of creators, unfortunately. So
but I mean, it's just think about it, how much money those royalties will bring in over the next couple of decades.
Right.
I mean, forever.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I wouldn't say no to that if I would be Disney. So
yeah.
And that's a big reason why Disney has not allowed. So, and my belief, at least, and this is speculation on my end, but I firmly believe that's a big reason why they've never allowed self-custody on VeVe, is because they need the royalties. Like, it's just their business, right? They need those royalties. That's a big part of the reason why they're involved in this. And Collect Chain is going to allow that, and allow self-custody. That's huge.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Sounds like you guys are really, really bullish on what comes with Collect Chain. I mean, me too. I think Josh and I both are really, really bullish on the Collect Chain as a whole. But before we move on, guys, if you have any questions for Sean and Spencer, just write them in the chat, and we will see if we can address them. And we've talked about like the digital side of collecting now for the last like 15 minutes. But you guys are like huge physical collectors as well. Yes, exactly. Like, walk us, Spencer. We let us start with you. Show us some of your favorite pieces in the back, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And,
I can
tell a little bit about it.
Yeah.
We're bringing back Collector's Corner.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't know if you guys knew or know, but I'm not the biggest collector. I came into VeVe because, to be fair, of a money grab in the beginning. I thought like I can make a quick buck, because I've never collected like really, and so that's so interesting for me, like to see people who collect for ages to show pieces and talk their fandom, because I personally learned so much on that topic then. So
even when I was a young kid, I was really into sports cards, and I don't know if you all know what a Beckett is, but we would get a magazine once a month.
Yeah,
it would show the prices of sports cards and have an arrow going up and down. And as a young kid, I would speculate on players doing well, like Mark McGwire when he's going after his home run record. I went and bought a few of his rookie cards, and I flipped them later on. And I didn't really think about what I was doing at the time. I'm just enjoying, collecting and selling and buying stuff. I didn't really think much about it at the time, but I was speculating, investing, and as a young kid. So it's the market transitioned into the comic book market for me around like 2015. I got back into it, especially with the love of Marvel films. And that's how Spencer and I, we met backpacking in Europe. And I was teaching
where in Europe?
In Prague. We met at a hostel in Prague. How crazy is that?
Okay.
Yeah, so we had a full weekendish party and having fun, and we stayed in touch. That was almost 9 years ago. And
hell of a coincidence. Wow.
Crazy. And then Spencer was telling me a lot about investing in NFTs and crypto, which I knew nothing about at the time. And it was around 2019, 20, around there, where I was like, okay, I'm serious about this. I really want to learn more. And then I was teaching him about investing in comic books. And then like 6 months of that hardcore every day, just teaching each other about the markets. Nice. And then we found VeVe, the licensed collectibles, right? Like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. And then, but yeah, as any journey goes for collecting, you start learning about new markets, and we go back and forth. And but we are so excited for the future of physical collectibles as well, for sure. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. And
Well, speaking of newer markets, I've seen you guys also posting a little bit about the graded like VHSs and
let us talk about that later, Josh. Let us
okay,
first,
all right.
Let us
Great
first
examples
do
for you
like the
guys.
collector's corner here.
Yeah.
But I want to know about the VHS stuff as well. So yeah, take it away. You got some
Sure.
collectibles.
Yeah, I'll show off a few different. I got a few different categories here, but I'll start off, I guess, like a couple digital items, I guess, before we go full physical. I mean, they're physical items, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites in the collection. So this is a Funko Pop that was originally released digitally on the Wax blockchain, and so they did an original. The first ever release they did was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the first time we ever see TMNT on chain was actually on Wax, released through this Funko release. But yeah, so got this signed by Kevin Eastman. Really cool. And so this is graded a mint 9, and then the Kevin Eastman autograph is a 10 grade. Super clean autograph on this. But yeah, so basically if you collected the digital collectible, then you got like a redemption token airdrop to you that you would then be able to then claim the physical, and then you get this shipped to you. So yeah, I got this graded recently by PSA. This is definitely one of my grails in the collection. I think last time I haven't looked in a little bit, but I think these sell for like $700-800 on eBay, ungraded, unsigned. So yeah, these are pretty sweet. And I have a bunch of these. I probably have like these are the first ever Funko I ever purchased was one of these, and I've collected probably 15 or 20 of them, through the NFT program.
And sorry, because I was cut out there for a second. What was that signature on there?
Oh, it's Kevin Eastman. So yeah, Kevin Eastman is one of the the original founding co-creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ah, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've gotten to meet him a bunch of times at Comic Cons and get stuff signed. So yeah, that's a cool one.
I also know that Sean is always on the hunt for signatures on the like the poster in the back, but we will come to that one later. But yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, and you'll probably recognize this one. The penny black. I was lucky enough to land the secret rare on that one. So we got this. So that's super cool. Yeah, my dad was actually a huge stamp collector back in the day, so this is a cool thing to pick up.
Wait,
but you sold the digital.
And then I sold the digital. Yeah, I sold the digital and kept the physical. Yeah.
Didn't you guys also land the penny blue?
Sean did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was crazy. That was great. Because I didn't even know there was a 1 of 1 in that drop, and then I was texting Spencer about it, and I said, "Dude, there's a 1 of 1 in this." And we would have advertised, like our channel would have talked about it.
Yeah, they didn't really advertise. Like I had no idea.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I went for like my 3rd or 4th try. I was like, I'll do one more. And I bought it, and it said number 1. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Does that mean I got? And I looked back and like, yeah,
refresh like 10 times, kind of
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
by far the biggest I've ever landed. By far.
Yeah.
What is? I mean, we had the discussion earlier during the show. You guys probably seen it, like the posts from Sergio and O'Milly with like the Vader gold.
I love that.
Yeah. What is your take on that? Because it seems like you would think that this would be a great idea to have like one chaser in each set.
No, I think it's a no-brainer for them to be honest. Like for them on the cost side, it costs them so little to add something like that to a drop, and it adds so much value. It gives something for people to chase after, especially if it's a drop that like maybe you're not super confident on that it's going to fully sell out at the price that you're selling at. It gives an extra incentive for people to go for it. Kind of similar like our bounties, that incentivize people to go for drops and buy more as well. I think it acts in a very similar way.
Yeah, and we see that in the sports card market, and even like the Disney cards, TCG cards. We see that all the time. Numbered 1 of 1s. It's a really big part of the market for sure. So
Totally.
It just makes sense that the transition goes into digital as well.
Yeah.
So
you also make a really good point about low cost for VeVe. Like that's a really good point.
Yeah. I mean, it's like literally all they have to do is change the color on some of these things, and it's enough to get people excited.
Like the gold one, I was like, oh, okay, wow, I'm into that.
that looked sick, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe not just do 1, even do 5 of them. Do 5.
Yeah, still keep it super limited, and just give something for people to chase after. People love going for that kind of stuff.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, we had the discussion beforehand during the show that like after that, like a lot of people would throw away like the normal commons, etc., like for cheap on the market. But like my point was, okay, then like real collectors who want the common version can definitely pick those up.
Yeah,
for cheap.
and can get them at a reasonable price. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle drops have been really good. They've been a really good balance because they are it's very affordable sets, but they're also creating those special editions that are selling for high premiums. I mean, those are selling for at least $1,000 now, even right now with this after everything's settled. And I think that all 4 of them will probably be over $1,000. Those will be very, very, very prestigious sets, the special edition ones for sure.
Yeah. I have another question here in my chat. What do you guys think Candy's slash DC's next move should be? Do you think VeVe should try to acquire them?
Yes, I do. I don't know what their move is, but I do think VeVe should try to acquire them. 100%. Yeah, I mean, they already have the DC license for collectibles. I think it's a no-brainer. And I think, doing the transition right now over to Collect Chain, like the timing makes sense to try to transition those assets over to VeVe and Collect. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether it makes more sense to continue to run the Candy platform as is, or just to move the assets over to VeVe and continue doing the drops on VeVe. Yeah, I think it would probably, for VeVe, it would probably make more sense just to bring everything in-house and not have to continue to support a completely independent platform. But I mean, the Candy platform has cool benefits to it as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they would do it, but I think it'd be great for the market. Yeah.
I think Collect Chain will be able to help with that too, big time.
Yeah, I mean, because the great thing about Collect is independent creators and companies going to be able to release their own apps, on the chain. So theoretically, they could just redeploy the whole Candy application on the Collect Chain, which it would make things super easy on the transition.
Yeah.
When was the last DC drop on VeVe though? That's what I'm thinking.
It's been a long time. Because it's probably the black and white, like blue edition.
Maybe, probably the last one. Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about like what it might look like for VeVe when it comes to the point of like having to renew these contracts? Because there's no way that they're signing brands on like a forever, right? So DC being the first one, I think that there is a possibility that they might have just signed a smaller contract to dip their toes in the water while they were testing stuff. You guys ever think about like that, like what it might look like for VeVe when it comes to like renewing the contracts? Yeah,
I mean, it's
a lot more about the licensing.
I don't really know, all the behind the scenes of how they handle all that. I know David is definitely the one who handles most of the contracts and does all the negotiating, and when it comes to bringing in licensors. But yeah, I don't know the details of the contracts. But
fair.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that they haven't released anything for DC in years probably means that either they lost the license or they just paused it and decided to go with Candy. But I mean, I don't really see anywhere else it makes sense for DC to continue releasing digital collectibles anywhere outside of VeVe. They would have to either relaunch Candy Digital on a new chain and continue running it individually. But there's no other platform like VeVe that's still out there that makes sense to launch things, I think.
I know it's tough for Candy to kind of figure it out because they're working with multiple licensors, right? They're working with Netflix, they're working with NASCAR, they're working with MLB. So they're working with a lot of different licensors, but I do think that for DC especially, and also MLB also has, I think, one of the top shots is just basketball, I think. But
basketball and football. They have NFL all day as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But I do think that for DC specifically, to ensure their credibility in Web3, they need to make sure that those assets are still available and that people are able to obtain them. Because if they just end it, that's it, they're going to lose a lot of credibility in Web3. And especially since Jim Lee was the one who really endorsed it, and not just the Backhouse project, but also the comic books. Jim Lee was outspoken about those comic books.
Yeah,
So I really hope
space would take a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised. I mean, it's just and also like these assets are already out there. They've already sold them they would love to continue to take royalties on these things.
Yeah,
So,
they're too valuable. Too
a
valuable.
no-brainer.
Done Action Comics 1 yet.
Yeah, why wouldn't you transition these somewhere else where you can continue to trade them? Like it doesn't make sense to not continue and just to screw everybody over like that, you know.
Especially with the
Sure,
momentum
yeah.
DC has right now with their films and shows. Oh my gosh, it's like it's no brainer. The
Sure.
values.
Sure.
Okay, just give me a heads up here, because as I said in the beginning, what kind of shows, etc., are you guys talking about? What is like hot in the DC universe right now?
Shows. I mean, like Peacemaker is amazing. Creature Commandos, I thought it was phenomenal. It's a really good show, and also it ties into their DC universe, right? So the animated characters that you're seeing are also representations of the real life actors. So
Yeah,
and
and,
they tied it
and
together.
most of the time voiced by the same real life actors
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
So you saw I forget the character's name. He was one of the main characters in the second season of Peacemaker. What was his name? Anyways, he works for the government. He acknowledges a lot of things that happen in Creature Commandos, the animated show, which I thought was really rad.
Are you talking about
really,
Flag?
but, yeah, Rick Flag Sr.
Rick
There you
Flag,
go.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Rick Flag Sr. Yeah. Awesome. Love it. So fun.
Yeah.
They did a really good job tying it together, but also making these things independent. It's been really fun to see the success of James Gunn, and this is what we were hoping for, right? I mean, I remember like 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, we tweeted out, when is DC just going to pay James Gunn $1 billion to run DC Film? And 6 months later, he comes the head of DC Film, probably one of our proudest movies. It makes a no-brainer. James Gunn's perfect fit for it, and sure enough, he's been executing everything fantastic. And
I love the Superman movie that came out.
awesome. I love it.
Can't wait for
It's great.
Supergirl.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
All right.
Jan, I love that we have them on the show this week, just because you guys really know your stuff. And like I said, Network is really impressive. I want to know your guys' opinion on this whole Ken Golden comment on X, because we saw him interact with the VeVe community, and he pretty much implied that like VeVe collectibles, he would consider selling them at auction once they become interoperable. So what is your opinions on that? Whoever wants to speak first.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not it's actually, I think that Ken, to an extent, definitely, runs his Twitter account, but it's probably a combination of other people too, whether that was him or not. I do know for a fact that Ken is a kind of guy that always wants to stay one step ahead.
Totally.
I know that the show is definitely dramatized in a lot of ways,
very much.
But I think at its core, Ken is a massive competitor. He's always trying to stay one step ahead. And he's totally open to digital collectibles. Absolutely. I think there was a conversation, and again, I don't know if we're sure about this, but I think there was a conversation originally about the partner statue potentially going on there, the 1901 partner statue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was a conversation. I was talking to some of the original owners about that, and they said they were talking to Goldman about it. And I don't think it ended up working out, but I think things like that are definitely going to happen, especially with self-custody, and the collection is going to help. Yeah, but I absolutely see it happening, and they're definitely. I think they're
I don't see why not. I think obviously VeVe is going to have to coordinate directly with them to make sure they can get their royalties on their side as well, and all that. And it's gonna get a little complicated, because everybody's got to take a cut, But the Golden platform amplifies things in a way that just selling something on auction on VeVe won't. So definitely worth it. But I think it would have to require like tight coordination between VeVe and Golden to make something like that happen.
Totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're excited about it.
I would love this.
We're actually working with. Yeah, we've had Golden on our channel a few times. We've had the head of comic books and the head of pop culture, and we're actually working with them right now. We're selling some items up that are going to go up in an auction in February on Golden.
This is what I mean about the network. This is what, I'm not surprised at all that you know those guys.
Yeah, we're going to be selling some vinyl, some laser disc, and some VHS.
Speaking of which,
Awesome.
here's an example. This one is actually it's in the PC for now.
Yeah.
But a huge shout out to VMG. So VMG is a grading company that grades vinyls and laser discs, and this is a first pressing laser disc of Back to the Future, and it's also signed by the cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And these cases are unbelievable. They are so good, so secure, beautiful labels. But yeah, it's awesome, man. We had these personally signed by the cast members of Back to the Future. So we met Michael J. Fox and we had Thompson and Christopher Lloyd and Thomas F. Wilson who played Biff. It was really awesome meeting them and getting this signed and encapsulated. It's just like that's
freaking cool. Wow.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with Laserdisc and what Laserdisc is?
I was just about to ask, actually. No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
So Laserdisc was like a competitive video format to VHS and Betamax. You know, at one point, it became like fairly popular, but I feel like never like fully caught on in the same way that VHS did.
Okay.
But it's basically, it looks like a vinyl record. And then, you know, you're able to play it, you know, in a player. It plays it like a CD or a DVD, but like a huge size one, basically. We really like collecting them because it shows off like the art, you know, of the film in just like a really big, wide format. So like this is an example, one that I just picked up. White Man Can't Jump, Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson. This is sealed original. Yeah, these things are great. Like they're really, really cool. Yeah, got a really good deal on this one. But yeah, we've been buying stuff on Whatnot recently. We've also been selling on Whatnot recently, which has been fun.
We definitely talk about that later.
Yeah. But it's been a cool new category to collect recently, and now that there's a company who's, you know, reliably grading them, definitely, you know, motivates us a little bit more to collect them.
So I brought up the VHSs before. You now got me thinking, how many different types of collectibles are you guys getting graded? So you get cards, comics graded. You have VHSs. You have video games.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else? I don't have a big you know, video game collection, but yeah, we definitely have some graded video games. You know, vinyl, laserdisc, CDs, DVDs.
Another market that we're excited about are world premiere tickets. So
movie tickets.
So do you guys know much? Have you heard much about debut tickets for sports athletes?
I haven't.
A little bit.
Yeah, so the concept is basically these tickets are the first time we ever see the athlete in that played a professional sport, right? So like Michael Jordan's first game.
Okay.
Sells for insane premium. There was a guy, great story. This guy actually went to Jordan's first basketball game and he bought 2 tickets, one for himself, one for his friend. His friend couldn't go. He decided to go anyways. So he did. He went and he saw the game, and Michael Jordan, he played, had a good game. He had the ticket that he used, and he's like, yeah, whatever, just tossed it. It was used, right? But the other ticket he had was unused. It wasn't used, and he kept it. And he's like, you know what? Souvenir, I'll keep it. Put it in his drawer, forgot about it for 20, 30 years. He was seeing that these debut tickets were selling for high premiums. Like Jackie Robinson, like his first game, his tickets sell for like, I think 300,000 plus.
Oh.
So he's like, okay, yeah, well, there's probably some value here. So he reaches out to, I think, one auction house. I think it was Heritage Auctions, and he gets it graded, puts it up on auction. It sells for $500,000. So, yeah. So we're speculating now that world premiere tickets are going to be the next big thing. So these tickets were given to people to attend world premieres of films. So it's essentially the same idea, right? It's the first time we ever see the film, and I think there are a lot of world premiere tickets out there. But again, it goes back to the most popular films, the most popular players. So here's one. This is more of a personal item. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Paul.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So this is the world premiere ticket for Paul, and you see like the seating. This is the seats, the reserved seating there. But it says right there, world premiere of Paul. It's one of my favorite films. We watch it every year before we go to Comic-Con. It's just like it's our But actually, so Spencer got it signed by Simon Pegg. That's Simon Pegg right there. So he had it signed by him, and it's validated and authenticated by the PSA.
Wow.
Where do you guys find those pieces? Do you buy them already graded, or do you look for like ungraded?
Sometimes we've bought a couple things already pre-graded, but you usually buy them raw and then get them graded, or wait to get them signed and then get them graded.
Okay.
And you're doing that at like conventions and stuff, or online sites?
Usually
on
usually buy them on eBay. That's usually where we find them.
Yeah. Signatures we always usually get in person. So anything, typically most of the things that we have signed, especially on media, it was signed in person.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a cool experience for us. We get to meet the people and get to geek out with them about about whatever it is, because usually we're bringing them something pretty cool that they haven't seen, and like the fact that they get to sign it, like they get very excited about that.
Yeah. Like our biggest, I would consider this probably one of our biggest grails by far is this. It's a Lord of the Rings Academy screener for Return of the King, and we've had it signed by 6-7 cast members now at this point. So you have all 4 of the Hobbits. Got Andy Serkis right there.
That's the
Orlando
coolest one.
Bloom,
That's the coolest one you
Jarvis
showed.
Davies, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, and on the back, you see like the 4-year consideration credit. So these were created in very limited quantity. And back in 2003, 2004, everyone opened these up, right? You're not going to not watch this at home before Netflix, before streaming. You had an opportunity to watch one of the most successful films and one of the most hyped films of all time at home. You're going to open it up. So
and get to watch the sale season in theaters.
Yeah, we think there's probably less than 100 of these still sealed in existence today. And I think in terms of Academy screeners, so these were sent directly to Academy voters for voting. And I think this is probably one of the biggest grails because you have Lord of the Rings, one of the most popular films, and also it was one of the most successful in terms of box office and also awards. It tied for the most Academy Awards ever with 11, and tied with Ben-Hur and Titanic. However, Lord of the Rings is the only film ever to show a clean sweep. It won 11 at 11. So 11 nominations, 11 Academy Awards, unreal. So we can't get this graded yet because
Sean, you're freezing up on us.
Yeah. We lost.
We're back.
Yeah, you're back. You're good now.
Classic Bay Area internet. But yeah,
you're saying we can't. You're explaining why we can't get.
Yeah, so CGC doesn't do double graded VHS tapes yet. So there's 2 VHS tapes in there. But they also don't have yellow labels. So yellow labels like comic books, you get something signed. Yeah, so you get a yellow label for it. They don't have that for home video yet, but they will eventually.
Yeah,
That
but
VHS is
that. Sorry, Josh. Oh,
sorry. I think the connection's a little spotty. I'm in there's a snowstorm where I am, so that might be it. But that VHS is just crazy. 10, 15 years, people are going to look at that like it's ancient technology with all the AR and VR stuff.
Yeah, 100%. But that one will stay in your guys' collection, right? Or is it? Oh, you will not sell it via whatnot, right?
We'll never say never.
Like not right now. No plans to sell it anytime soon. But like, if somebody offers us $50,000 for it, it'd be pretty hard to say no to that. You know. Like so.
Okay, got that. Yeah.
We definitely put items up on eBay. We put it for really high prices just so people know they exist. Right. We don't expect it to sell them, but we do put them up because there's no way people know these things exist, and we want to make sure people do know they exist. So we'll put them up on eBay for very ridiculous prices,
like $100,000 or something.
Yeah, but like you're not expecting that.
Also a little bit flexing there.
Yeah, a little bit of flexing. Yeah. Although we did have a Harry Potter world premiere ticket, and that we put up for 10,000, and we ended up selling that one for 5.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
It's another crazy movie.
Yeah,
I think I just saw one of the original Nintendo games just got listed online as well in like perfect condition. It was in somebody's basement for decades and it sold for some outrageous number. But
I think it was close to 100K, wasn't it? I think it was like 70, 80K or something like that.
Something crazy. Yeah.
Which, I mean, depending on, they should have got it graded first.
Depending what it was. Yeah, they probably got a lot better on it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because it's validation, right? Because like the thing is, too, there are a lot of reseals out there.
Yeah, if you're going to spend $70,000 on something and you don't know for a fact that the seal is real, like you're taking a big risk, you know. Whereas if you take it to PSA or WADA or whatever, and they grade it and they authenticate that at least the seal is real, then you know what you're spending your money on, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Jan, you have any other questions?
Oh, sorry, Josh. Like, what is like your opinion? We had Vincent Sosolo on the show, like not the last show, the show before, to talk about the Action Comics one sale for $15 million. I mean, that's what is your guys' opinion on that comic in particular, and maybe this comic as like a new stepping stone, as you can say it, for other big comics like AF-15 or what have you.
Definitely. We definitely talked about how the ceiling for comic books, especially sales, you see a $15 million sale like that, it's going to affect the perspective on a lot of the other comics, especially the bigger grails. So like if that one sells for 15 million, now where does that put the Superman ones as in their highest grade? Where does that put Amazing Fantasy 15 as a 9.6, which is its highest grade? Where's that worth now? I presume that it's worth more than the $3.6 million it sold for a couple of years ago. So I think even at $15 million is probably a really good, really good deal.
Yeah,
It seems like a lot of money, but if you're looking at
keep going, Sean.
if you're looking at the rest of the market, I mean, there's paintings that sell for over $100 million. You see sports cards like there's one right now actually up on Heritage, the Honus Wagner, which is considered one of the biggest grails for sports cards. It's a 1 grade, and that's one of the lower grades, and that one is already at like $4.5 million, and that one could probably reach the 10. The Mickey Mantle 1952 Topps, that's considered one of the bigger grails as well. There's only 3 perfect 10 graded cards, and they're all owned by big billionaires.
Yeah, who don't need these, so they probably won't sell them.
And one of those 3 cards would easily sell for over $40 million.
Yeah,
easily sell for over $40 million.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you a preference in terms of value, right? What's the biggest grail in sports cards? Which Mickey Mantle, I mean, like outside the United States, do a lot of people know about Mickey Mantle? Probably not. But everyone knows Superman is the most recognized symbol in the world, next to the Holy Cross, and that's actually a fact. Kind of crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, actually, it's
Okay.
actually that people recognize the Superman symbol more than the Holy Cross, which is crazy.
I didn't know that. Nice. Okay.
So, in your opinion, why did the price jump so fast though with the Superman #1? Because it went from, I think it was like 6 million or something to in 2024 or 2025 or something. Or no,
yeah, it's just a couple months ago for the Superman #1. Yeah,
that was also a lower grade. So that was an 8.5, I think, or
right.
It's an 8.085. There's only 2 9.0s.
So it went up 6 million because of a 0.5 in the score?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, even like the Honus Wagner car I was telling you about, going from an authentic to a 1 grade can be millions.
Yeah.
But again, it comes down to scarcity, right? That's why grading is so important. It differentiates value. But it comes down to these are massive grails with less than 70 copies in existence, and they're like it's the top, right? So yeah, absolutely. They're the 2 the highest grade.
The Action Comics, like that the one that just sold for 50 million, that was the highest grade, right?
That was the highest grade. Yeah, there's 2 9.0s.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, that's the one I was talking about, because I think the one that at the 8.5 sold for 6 million or something like that.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I had no idea it would jump that much though from.
Yeah, but I think like you also got a premium because like one of the past owners was like Nicolas Cage, and like that whole story.
That story definitely helps. Yeah,
and this is where it's interesting, right? Because the other 9.0, they both have 9.0 grades, but if you're grading the cover of a comic book, you have white pages, off-white pages, or off-white to white pages, off-white pages, then like brittle pages, and the one that was owned by Nicolas Cage, it was owned by Nicolas Cage, which is really cool. There's a great story behind it, but it's actually like I think it's like brittle off to 10 pages. But the other 9.0 is white pages. So technically the other one is actually a better graded book.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the connection to the story about Nicolas Cage, his comic, but actually the other copy is a nicer copy. And we've talked about that internally, like which one would you rather have? I would probably rather have the white pages because that's 100%. Truly like the nicest copy in existence by far. Kind of crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I mean,
goes to show you how much the story
so much in this collectibles world I don't have any clue about. So yeah, nice to know that.
yeah. And that sold for, I think the Nicolas Cage one, I think sold for in the early 2000s for around 3 million. I think,
I think it was 2.2, Vincent said.
Yeah. And I think Vincent was involved in
something. Yeah.
But you look at the sports card market, these sales happen every day. I mean, just the other day there were like 3 or 4 $1 million plus sales. It happens every day in the sports card market. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of cards selling every day. Millions and millions and millions of dollars of cards selling every day. It's nuts. So,
are you guys keeping up with this Pokemon auction at all? Because I know Logan Paul's auctioning off that
card.
Only 10.0, I think.
10.0.
Yeah. Did you guys put a bid in?
It got cleaned out pretty quick.
The only bid that I ever actually put in for a massive comic, and I knew I probably wasn't even gonna come close to it, was Fantastic Four #1, the 9.6. So there's only 2 9.6s, and they finally merged. And I put a bid in if I won that auction, which I knew I wasn't going to, I would happily pay that when I bid for it. But yeah, it's far exceeded my bid. And even then, I think that was still significantly undervalued what it ended up selling for. So, and that was way like a year ago, right? So now we're seeing this $15 million sale, which surpasses even a baseball card sale. Like the highest sports card sale was $13 million, and that was a few months ago. It was a Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant 1-of-1 card, exquisite card, and that sold for about $13 million or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we're far from.
do you know where the Illustrator card is? Do you know where it's at currently?
I think it's around 6 million, 6 to 7 million. Yeah.
What is
I would be
what is your
surprised.
guess for how much will this card be sold? What's your guess?
I think 10 to 12 million would probably
Probably
be
somewhere in that range. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of, the whole situation skis me out a little bit because supposedly he fractionalized that card previously and like sold it like using NFTs and then screwed over a bunch of people and like never gave them their money back. So like he's basically just like now selling the card for the second time
Yeah, I
after
heard
he
about that.
pocketed the money the first time.
That's
So-
rough. I don't know the full story of that, but if it's
Yeah.
true, that's like that's not a really good look.
Yeah,
but
it kind of, I don't know, makes me a little hesitant. I'm like, Ken, like you should know better than to list something like this. But also like it's an incredible amount of hype. It's a lot of publicity, so I get it. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, it has nothing to do with Ken, really, right? At the end of the day, it's all Logan, so it's on him. It's on Logan, not Ken. But I understand what you're saying.
But Ken could have, had some like integrity and be like, hey, like I'm not going to auction this on my platform because you've done some sketchy stuff with it,
Well, and to Spencer's point, it's not the only sketchy thing he's done too. So, from my understanding, at least,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I mean,
allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
But-
didn't he get like really famous for like videotaping people?
Yeah. We don't have to go into that. We don't have to-
That's like it's he's always been a questionable figure, and yeah, so
yeah.
It's such a fascinating topic though, because I'm a very big car guy, right? So I grew up paying attention to like a lot of the supercars, Ferrari, Lamborghini,
Yeah.
and it's you see a lot of similarities with the hypercars from like Ferrari or Lambo, where when they were released, you had to be, it's maybe like a $1.5 million, $2 million car. And hypercars aren't the kind of cars you're going to be driving on the road and putting mileage on. They're in the garages on the trickle chargers and stuff, right? But over the course of 3-4 years, they can go up $5 million in value, right? And it just makes me think like that Comet going from 6 million to 15 million. I know that there's the difference in the grading and stuff, but it just shows you how fast that stuff can shoot up as well. And it's the same thing in like the car world is still the same thing. Like you buy a car for a couple million and a few years later it's 10. It's just it's insane. So
That's exactly why we're so bullish on the digital side for sure. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing even, I don't know enough about this to really go into detail, but I know that skins sell for a lot. Like, what game is that, Spencer? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do like Fortnite skins?
No, Fortnite skins.
CS:GO you're
Oh,
talking
CS:GO.
about.
CS:GO.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the knife skins and
Yeah.
That's CS:GO. Yeah.
yeah, and those aren't even NFTs. Those aren't even NFTs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
People are spending that kind of money on something that they can't even rent out, or it's
And-
wild. To
And there's people in high school that have bought houses from their portfolios that they've built in that game.
Right.
Like there's $500,000 portfolio's on that game from people just trading back and forth.
Totally.
It's insane.
That is massive validation for the digital side.
Yeah. 100%.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, and then also in CS:GO, the other side of it, like people have also had their accounts pulled out from underneath them because they don't actually own any of the assets because they
Exactly.
did something to break terms of service, and they were probably doing something they weren't supposed to. But like, if you have $1 million worth of assets in there, and then somebody from the who's running the game just decides to ban your account, there it goes.
Well,
You have recourse. There's nothing you can do.
And that's the argument that I've always made about why gamers, I think, will understand this easier. Is I don't necessarily think they're going to accept it right away, because I think the word NFT in the gaming space is still very negative. But for somebody to understand that after all the amount of hours and money they put into a game, that they can keep their stuff afterwards instead of losing it, that's it's such an easy way to, to your point, Spencer, to educate people on how this stuff works and where it's going. So.
Yeah, and I think it's going to become this interesting cross section. So we're seeing like a good examples like Fandom and Courtside. They're using NFT technology without even really explaining what NFT technology is. They just know that you're able to own this digital asset. You have full control over it. You can transfer it. You can sell it, and you don't have to worry about the insurance. It's all stored in your pocket at all times. That's a great segue or a great crossover bridge for digital collecting, the physical collectors, and it's also a media need. So I think especially when Sony's done a lot of patent technology recently for NFT technology. And I think they're going to start seeing that in their gaming systems. You're going to start seeing people are not just going to play video games to have fun anymore. It's going to they're going to play to make money. It's going to be wild. I don't know if they're going to integrate that into GTA 6, but that would be insane, right? If they were able to figure out a way to do that. My gosh, I'll be like
it would.
Yeah, I saw something recently. Back in the day, I used to grind heavy on RuneScape, but RuneScape is still very much a thing, and a big portion of the Venezuelan economy for a while was actually being supported by people who were going on and farming gold on RuneScape to sell it. And this is like recently, up until everything happened with Maduro, like kind of things have gone pretty haywire in Venezuela recently. But like a lot of people were $100 a month, farming gold on RuneScape, which like compared to like the $5 a month that they were making before that, working a normal job or whatever. It's like people are actually making real money doing it and supporting their families and allowing them to escape a regime in Venezuela and get to a better place. And so it's been really cool, and that's obviously not NFTs at all.
Yeah,
very good
we
point.
haven't even touched renting, right? The idea of renting, I think, is going to be massive, not just for gamification, but just even for everyday life. There was a great story that I loved. I heard once about how this guy was a big art collector, and he knows that he knew of this guy who would host parties and events at his house and showcase his art collection at his house, and people would fly out from different parts of the country to come to his house and see his art collection. And I think we're going to see things like that happen with like VeVe collectibles, for example. People are going to have the opportunity to rent out digital collectibles. You're able to, using geolocation, put it up in your house. You can rent them for a day. You can rent them for extended periods of time. If there's a play and earn strategy too, oh my gosh, it's lights out, right? Yeah. That's going to be incredible as well. So there's a lot of potential here. I'm excited to see if it actually happens, but I think once the tech catches up, we're going to see a lot of heads turning.
Yeah, and I think like another side of it is like also like loans as well, like being able to use collectibles as collateral to take loans out. I think that's going to be huge. And I think especially now that we have like Courtyard and Fandom, it's like these are real world assets that are on chain. It's like you have a card that's worth $500,000, provably. You can use that as collateral to take out a $200,000 loan or whatever it is, and leverage that to trade with or to do whatever. I think that's going to open up a lot of opportunity in the market too. And it's being able to do that all on chain in a trustless way, without having to deal with banks, without having to have a credit score, without having to deal with any of that. It just opens up so much financial opportunity for people.
Some really good points. Yeah. Jan, do you have any other questions that you still have on your list?
Before we talk about like your guys' Whatnot show, and like I think it's kind of new that you are on Whatnot, right?
Yeah, we got two shows so far. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, nice. But before we do that, Sean, please tell us the story about the poster in the back.
Yeah, please. So that poster right there, yeah. So that's a poster that I bought maybe 2015. I bought it at a yard sale or the flea market. It was actually a flea market. When my mom saw it, I love that. Then around 2018, I had a chance to meet Stan Lee, and it was maybe a few months before he passed away, and he was the first person to sign it. So yeah, it just put me down this rabbit hole journey of getting this signed. So every time I go to a Comic-Con in the Bay Area, in LA, New York, well, not New York, but wherever I can throw it in the back of my car and drive, right?
It's a big poster.
I'll take it with me and get it signed, and it's probably over 50 artists now in there.
That's so sick.
And Stan Lee was the very first.
Yeah, very first. And I have Jim Lee on there. I have Frank Miller. My gosh, there's so many people on there now. It's crazy.
Those three names alone are crazy.
Yeah. And I'm still the only person, and I've talked to him about this. The only person that I'm saving that spot right up here, somewhere over there, is Todd McFarlane. Have not had a chance for Todd to sign this yet, but I really hoping to get that signed by Todd. That's the one person we've met. Ironically, we've met him like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we've met him a bunch of times. You just never have it with you whenever.
Damn it.
yeah.
But do you know of some other collector who has like a piece where there are so many signatures combined on one single piece?
So we actually did a giveaway or no, sorry, no, it was a charity auction. We did a charity auction. We partnered with CGC, and they had a comic book that they brought around to all their autograph signings. And there was probably like 75 signatures plus on it, and it sold for a few $1,000s. Yeah, they just gave it to us. Like, do your charity auction, and 100% of the proceeds went to charity. It went to Alfred Kahn's charity, the First
Really
Responder
cool.
Children's Foundation. So
That's
big shout out
really
to
cool.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because the only other collector that I know that has something similar is your brother-in-law Chad. He has the shield.
he has a Captain America shield and signed by probably 50 plus people as well, including Stan Lee. Yeah,
It runs in
crazy.
the collecting runs in your family, eh?
Yeah, actually, big shout out to my brother-in-law Chad and my sister Heather, of course, too. They're both big collectors, and just purely collectors. Like they don't flip or resell. And although we're definitely collectors, obviously, but we love to also find opportunities to flip for things and then reinvest back into collectibles.
Yeah, it allows us to buy things that we want to keep for the PC.
Yeah. So Chad, when I got back into comic books, Chad was the first person I started talking to, and he gave me some great ideas. But one of my favorite stories about the value of flipping was from a recent interview. And this guy was a Star Wars collector. He collected Star Wars action figures. And he started in the early 90s. He bought out a big collection for like $2,000 or $3,000. It was a massive collection from one collector. A lot of them were still sealed in the original packaging. And he purchased that collection for $2,000 to $3,000. Then he started slowly selling them off over time and then reinvesting back into more collectibles. His collection is now worth over $5 million, and he's selling them on Hakes auctions in different auctions.
Oh, I've seen that. You posted about that,
yeah,
right?
we
I've seen that.
Yeah, check out the interview if you haven't seen it yet. But it's a great interview. He's an awesome guy. But he's like, yeah, this entire collection now that I have is house money. I didn't pay for any of this because I slowly flipped over time, and I was able to acquire things that I loved, the things that I wanted to have in my collection, and also keep some of the money that I spent. So essentially, the idea is, if you really want to buy things that you love, try to figure out ways where you can kind of flip other things to make up for the costs, right? And that's something that we've talked about for a couple of years. But to see him a actual case study, massive success story, it was very validating. Yeah, pretty awesome, man. Yeah.
I think David has also mentioned that. That's why he buys 3, is so that
Yeah.
one of the 3 is so that he can flip
Great
it
strategy.
to keep going. Yeah.
Totally.
Obviously, buying 3 isn't always the easiest thing.
No, it's what it is. Yeah, you might not have money for it, but yeah.
So actually, it's kind of funny. The Pokemon Lego dropped, right? And I'm like, I'll get a Charizard, but do I want to get 3 Charizards? I don't know. I decided to get 3 of the Pikachus, because in my mind was 3 Pikachus will always probably be close to the same value as 1 Charizard, but at least they're more liquid. I'd be able to get all those graded, and I could sell maybe 1 or 2, which would easily cover the cost of the collectibles and grading. So then I have a free collectible in my collection, and there you go. See?
Right.
Yeah. How many? Is there like a fixed supply?
Lego doesn't really talk about.
They didn't announce the number, but I imagine they'll keep it fairly limited. You know,
we'll put it this way:
people are going to be collecting these things, and they don't want to flood the market with it.
Yeah, I mean, and regardless, dude, Pokemon is so insane.
Yeah,
I mean, here's a perfect example, and I use this as a great frame of reference in terms of value. So, like the Pokemon or Pikachu, Pikachu Van Gogh card. You guys know about that one, right?
Yes.
Pikachu Van Gogh card.
Yes.
It was like $50. You could have bought it I think it was $50. There's a collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum, and those cards are selling like hotcakes. Like there's 45 plus thousand PSA 10s. 45
PSA, just PSA 10.
Just PSA 10s.
Oh, okay.
Go on eBay, guys. Search PSA 10 Pikachu Van Gogh card, and go to sales. Go to sold. There are dozens of sold PSA 10s every day, and they're all around $1,800. That's like an $80 million market cap.
And you got that card for, I think, just getting the ticket, right? For the museum or something like that?
Yeah, I think you got it for free
so.
if you got a ticket for the museum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And even recently, there's like I know I'm not really big into One Piece. I know it's a very popular IP.
Are you talking about the college basketball games?
College basketball. There was one this Saturday. I'm so bummed I didn't go, but San Francisco and Gonzaga, I could have gone to that and got a couple of those cards. And those were selling for 600 plus raw. They're just giving away.
Did you see that there was a guy who apparently went to the game and was just giving people $50 per card? And I think he ended up getting like hundreds of cards or something like that.
estimated value of, I think it was around $150,000. He spent probably
Nice.
maybe $1,500, probably.
Yeah. Buying cards off people and then
So
having to flip
smart.
it for $800.
So
a piece.
smart. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, being ahead of the wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And while we've talked about the flipping aspect of collecting, I mean, I'm a huge Gary V fan, and he talks about flipping all the time.
Yeah.
And like I've seen on X that he and Vincent met to talk about the Action Comics 1 sale, but that's not what I want to talk about with you guys. Because Gary also has, like, with the VeVe friends, he branches out into cards, comics, etc. What is, like, your personal opinion on that?
On his IP or just in general?
On his IP and like the overall how do you say it? On his IP.
Yeah, his IP. Yeah, I mean, he's crushing it. He's doing it the right way. I mean, he's creating a lot of unique and fun opportunities through his comic books and also his cards. His cards were instant sellout. A lot of them were selling for thousands of dollars. One-of-ones. He's doing awesome collabs. I mean, he did one with Steph Curry. Those are selling like crazy money. So, yeah, I mean, it's different. It's fun. Spencer, go ahead and take over.
Yeah, I was just saying, and I also just like, I love his the whole vibe of what he's doing. It's all about positivity and, like, you know, mental health, and you know, it's all really good things that he's working on that, you know, it's meant to help people and help the world. So, like, I'm all on board for it.
I am a huge fan of Gary Vee. Love Gary Vee.
Yeah,
Did you guys collect some of those cards or comics already?
I tried to buy some. They sold out, but
They sold out.
Ah, damn it, yeah.
I'm bummed too, because I've been at Comic-Con and I've seen him like the first year when he released the cards. You could have gone up and bought them at the booth, and now those packs are selling for like a couple $100 each. Packs.
There we go.
And I remember seeing like some people opening up in front of him, and I saw it happen. And then he would sign some of the cards. I'm like, that is so rad. But I didn't even think about buying any, and I should have. I feel very.
Yeah, I have a couple of these. These are not the tops. These like the OG ones.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think I got these for free at a Comic-Con at some point. I don't know if they're worth anything, but these are the only V Friends cards I think I have, at least. Yeah.
Still nice.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was.
After the stream, I'm gonna look these up. I'm gonna see if they're worth anything.
Let us know if they are worth something.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast the market turns too. I mean, like I think 2 years ago, Spencer and I, we collaborated with Courtyard, and we were opening packs on Courtyard. We're like, you know, let's open some Pokemon packs. Why not? Let's have fun. So we did that, and we got a couple pristine 10 cards of Pokemon characters from like 2006. And we're like, at the time, I think they're worth maybe like $50 to $100. I'm like, okay, cool. But now we're looking back, like, I wonder if those are worth anything. And we're seeing PSA 10 sell for like $600 plus for each card. But what's different about these is that they're pristine 10. So CGC, SGC, and Beckett, they have an additional to compete with PSA. The Gem Mint 10 for PSA is a perfect grade, but not for these other branded companies. Gem Mint 10 is not a perfect grade. A pristine 10 is a perfect grade, which is very, very, it's impossible to get. So each of these cards have like 4 in the census, and there's none on eBay. It's crazy. So we have no idea how much they're worth now, but we got them for like $20, $30 or whatever. It's crazy.
That's a question.
Just do it like you did with the other really cool collectibles. Just put a high amount in and see if it sells.
Totally. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, totally. Why not? You know, something else that actually we've been really excited about too. We've kind of been looking into books as well. Thanks, Ronnie. Appreciate you, man. That's awesome.
Hey, what's up, brother?
We've talked about this one a few times, but this is a Star Wars book, and you can get these relatively cheap right now. But this is the first time we ever see Star Wars in any medium, including movies. This predates the film.
Yeah.
So you see right here.
Is it then 1976 published?
Yeah,
or
1976.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, December 1976.
Yeah. Okay.
But the key is condition. You can't. There's no grading for books right now. I think it probably will happen in the future.
Yep.
Book collectors are not really into the idea of grading, but neither are comic book collectors, right? So, but regardless, like this one is probably one of the most pristine condition ones I've ever seen. It's literally barely been read. and they're really hard to find in really clean condition like this. So yeah, keep an eye out, save your eBay listing, and try to find one, because I think these have massive upside for sure.
I'm shocked that they don't have a grading system for books. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the market's
because, I
definitely
mean,
there.
They'll get there. And like, yeah, I mean, like CGC does magazines too, you know, so like it'll get there, you know. I think
Yeah.
it's just at this time, like the market for most book collectors, like they don't really care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
you know?
So what is your opinion on where this whole grading stuff is going? Because you guys, or Sean, you just made a comment about how CGC has the 10, but then the other grading companies don't, right? So with where this digital grading stuff is going, I've seen people grading off of the rarities, off of the mint numbers, off of when they were minted. I feel like kind of digital grading is going in a bunch of different directions. How do you think that's going to how do you think collectors are going to look at that?
Yeah, I mean, like,
knowing that there's more like factors being weighed.
yeah, I mean, like grading. I mean, the main, you know, use of grading is authentication, just to prove that, you know, what you have is legit and it's real. But then the second part of it is to differentiate value. You know, it's like on the physical side, condition is how you differentiate value. On the digital side, you don't have condition, so you have to kind of build in other factors. And so mint numbers, generally speaking, that is the only way to differentiate value for these collectibles, because they are all completely identical and unique, and they're all completely identical and not unique. So you have to get a little creative with it. And I think a lot of people, you know, have, like, I know Vincent, he's kind of created his own grading system, which is a little different than what, you know, DCG has done. Digital grading company. DGC.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it kind of, I think at the end of the day, it kind of has to come down to the mint numbers, because otherwise there's no other way to do it. So it's really, it's definitely somewhat subjective in, you know, what you like to collect and what you find value for. So, you know, do you like special mint numbers that are, you know, related to the publishing year? Do you like palindromes? Do you like sequential mints? Do you know, it's all based on, you know, kind of subjectivity and what people are really interested in, what they like to collect. It's interesting when you start to then, you know, try to assign a grade for something like that and compare those things, because it is so subjective. So it's a really hard thing to do. I don't know if anybody's fully figured it out yet, you know, but it's really cool to see, you know, different companies experimenting with it and trying to figure out what works and see what collectors are interested in, you know.
Yeah. And I will say that DGC is doing a great job in terms of presentation. It's phenomenal.
Presentation.
Looks awesome.
Looks so good.
And so you're saying that what people value most is where they're going to gravitate towards, like what? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, everybody collects different things. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, but
ultimately
that makes it so hard for me to understand, like, the part about the just the mint numbers, because for me 1, 2, 3, 4 means absolutely nothing. Would maybe grade 9 point whatever, 9.6, let's say, or 7, and maybe a what, for example, okay, a 1977 on a Star Wars piece, obviously a 10.0. But let's say something that is not as good as the 1977 would then maybe grade as a 9.6, like the 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't see, like, it's hard for me to grab why it should have the same grade, even if it's like so subjective.
Yeah, well, so DGC has done it in an interesting way where they've created different categories. So they'll have, you know, a category, you know, maybe related to sequential mints or to palindromes, and they have a different category related to, you know, historical, you know, numbers. And then so they have different categories, and so you can achieve a 10.0 grade in multiple categories. So I think that's the way that they've been able to figure that out. Where it's like, yeah, a 1977 is going to be very different than a 1, 2, 3, 4, but those are two different categories of, you know, mints, basically.
and that's differentiated by the color of the slab.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if you go on their website, you can kind of see the breakdown of how they do it for each different category and how they, you know, kind of got the whole methodology of how they do all the grading.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that you guys think that digital grading is here to stay over the long run.
I mean, it comes down to demand. It just comes down to demand. I think. I mean, that's why when we were pitching an idea for grading like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know if you guys were involved with VeVe then, but we got crazy pushback.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I
It
remember
was
that.
it was emotionally exhausting.
And we were
It
doing
was
it just
real-
off, the lower mints are worth more, lower, higher mints are worth less. It was a very simple system, but people, people are protective of their bags. Anytime they feel like that their money is being threatened, people are going to come out of the woodwork and start saying stuff, and people didn't like it at the time.
Yeah.
Right
Was
now,
it a
the market has calmed down, so people are a little more receptive to TGC and what they're doing.
Mhm.
But also, like a lot of it, I think people are buying them for the display purpose. Not as
Yeah.
great. Like it's like obviously we know these things are authentic. They're released on VeVe. We don't need somebody to validate that. But they make them look really cool in these cases, and for display purposes, they look awesome. So I think that's what people are excited about right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think a lot of it too is understanding, sales data is really important. As we've seen with like Go Collect, we can then get an understanding of what value is based on the grade. So I think especially big shout to Stacker for being able to showcase what the sales data looks like. Ever since they've started, they've been able to showcase the sales data. You can look at sales data ever since they started.
Mhm.
And one of the highest sales I think was at the 41 VeVe logo, sold for 40 or 70 million OMI. It was like
Yeah, it wasn't long ago, I don't think. Either.
It wasn't that long ago. Yeah,
No.
it was,
Randy sold it, right? Yeah.
so yeah, it's really awesome to see that. It's awesome to see sales data.
Oh, we lost him again.
And how people perceive them. So
While we wait till we have him back on my channel, there are some comments. If we interact with the chat, yes, we try to keep the chat here with us, but like the main chat is over on Collectors Gone Digital's channel, so that would make it way easier to put your comments up here if you have some, guys. But,
if anyone
yeah.
knows how to sync chats, let us know.
Yeah.
We're still trying to work on it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Are you guys like co-hosting on on your own channels or?
no. So I'm hosting to both mine and to Jan's channel right now.
Got it.
So I have Jan's stream key. Yeah.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it would be great. So if my chat could be in here as well, so we can like see everything, but we will figure that out hopefully. But guys, we've talked a lot about physical collecting, digital collecting. Now let's talk about your Whatnot store. Like, why did you start with Whatnot, and how is because are you guys like natural salesmen, or is it like weird for you guys to do like the live social shopping?
I mean, I think we're very used to doing these live streams and bringing up comments and interacting with people in this setting. So that part of it isn't uncomfortable. And I think Sean and I are both good salespeople. Like we buy things that we enjoy, and we know how to explain why they're significant. So selling them, I think, is a pretty easy process. Still figuring out the whole Whatnot scene is it's interesting. I think a lot of the buyers are people who are on there looking for really good deals, and are looking to get stuff really cheap. So there's a lot of sellers who are like, everything starts at $1, or everything starts at $3, or whatever. So people are so if you don't have like a big following yet, and you don't have a lot of people competing and going for things, you're probably going to be selling things for cheaper than what they're worth. But if you have a lot of inventory, like I buy a lot of like big collections online, so I'll buy a collection of 50 VHS tapes all sealed all at once, or a collection of hundreds of vinyl all at once. So I go through, I figure out what things I want to keep for my personal collection, and then a lot of the other things I don't really care about too much. And so things that are higher value, list them on eBay. Then otherwise, I don't mind as much listing things, for $3, starting price on Whatnot. And if people want to run it up, great. If not, I'm just getting rid of inventory that was really just a means to an ends for me to either pick out a few really good items for my personal collection, or pick out a few items that I want to sell for higher. And then the rest of the stuff is kind of just trying to get rid of it. And if people are looking to buy it, great.
yeah, because different collectibles mean different things to different people, right?
Mhm.
So, and Spencer found some really good items in these bulk sales. I mean, there are a bunch of DVDs we bought once, and inside the rest was okay, but the one item in there, you got it for $40. There was a sealed Academy screener for The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Which is easily one of the biggest grails for
Mhm.
Academy screeners for sure.
And
You
like
got it
this is
for
a,
$40.
this is a good example too. So like this is so Lady. and the
Oh
Tramp-
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
This is from the Disney movie collection. So yeah, these were produced in 2006, sent to people's homes. Not very many of these were produced, and very few are still exist sealed today. Like Cars is probably the biggest one from this collection, and those sell for like $10,000, sealed if you can find those. I bought this on Goodwill, Shop Goodwill. But yeah, Goodwill, it's a thrift store in the US, and they have an online website where you can buy stuff on auction, or sometimes buy it now. But I bought a collection of like maybe 10 Disney VHS for, I don't know, it was maybe $30, $38 all in, I think, for a bunch of stuff. This tape alone, ungraded, sells for about $200 at least, sealed. And so this is just one tape I got in here. Got it graded 9.6, which is incredible.
Yeah.
But also a bunch of other high value tapes. Like one of the tapes was like a Winnie the Pooh tape. That's like $100 tape. There's
Yeah.
like,
And
just
for
like
context too,
these VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I just a thought. Are you guys also hunting on like yard sales and stuff like that?
sometimes,
bit.
yeah, Spencer more so for sure.
Yeah. I will say where I live way up in the mountains. Like I don't live in a
Mhm.
big major city, so like there aren't as many yard sales around. But if I'm ever in Denver, I try to pay attention. And love going to thrift stores and buying stuff at thrift stores. We also got like Mile High Comics in Denver, which is I think it is the biggest comic book store I think in the world. They also sell VHS, and they sell a lot of other types of collectibles too. So just like love going to places like that and just hunting and see what you can find.
Yeah, and for more context about what Spencer just showed. So the reason why it's valuable is because it's one of the last VHS tapes ever to be released. So in 2006, the last VHS tape sold commercially was what was it? Shoot, it was
Violence.
History of Violence.
History of Violence.
With Viggo Mortensen, yeah, History of Violence. So that tape sells for a high premium for that reason. But these tapes actually were never released commercially. They were sent once a month until the very end when it finished for VHS, which was the last film to be released, was in 2006 for Cars. And that tape has sold as high as $8,000.
I think Cars was technically 2007. I think is that
2007. I'm sorry, you're right. And so the film before that, before Cars, was this one, was The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, you see right here in the back, it says 2000, or actually the label, it says 2007 on it. On the back, it says Disney Home Video Club on the bottom, 2007. Yeah. So it's a re-release, but it's one of the last. It's actually the last Walt Disney Animated Studios film ever to be released on VHS, and we got it signed by Ariel and Eric at a Comic-Con. Yeah, super.
You
cool.
guys, you guys are the reason why I have 2 boxes of VHS tapes like behind me. None of them are sealed. I actually think I have that one, but it's not sealed.
Still a great tape. Yeah.
But I want to kind of go through them after this.
Yeah, and be careful with that though, because it gets really overwhelming, and you got to try to. My strong opinion is just focus on quality instead of quantity, because it gets really overwhelming.
What exactly do you mean by quality? The quality of the movie or the quality of the item itself?
I think they go hand in hand.
Okay. Okay.
So it's I'd rather have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 valuable tapes compared to 100 of the same value. Now, again, that comes down to your own goals and
your own storage space.
Your own storage space. And obviously, that's very subjective. Yeah, this is a great point. So Pete Davidson came out and talked about how he bought a bunch of VHS tapes, and now I was laughing at that because I'm like, he probably has like 98%. Things aren't worth anything.
That's not worth anything.
But knows? I mean, there's some random, really weird horror film, B film films that sell for 5,000 plus unsealed. Yeah, it's like a very
unsealed.
Rails. So
unsealed.
Unsealed.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But there's none that are even known to be sealed of those specific tapes.
And some of them maybe were never even sealed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And one's called like Attack of the Killer Refrigerator, and the other one's called like Quadrant Q or something. It's
all these weird, obscure horror movies.
And if I saw it before I knew about these, if I saw it in a store, I wouldn't even think twice about it. No. But it just shows like the market. There's a lot of people out there that collect these things, and if you know what you're looking for, there's a lot of upside.
that brings me to my next question. And before I ask it, how much time do you guys have left? Just so we're not going.
Hey, we're good. Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a fun conversation, guys. I'm glad. Thanks for
happy to hang with you.
I would have another question beforehand. Sorry, Josh. How often do you stream? Once a week on Whatnot?
We've done like basically the last couple of weeks we've done once a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we might do another one this week. I'm not sure, but we're actually going to be.
That's what our goal is.
Yeah, I guess something that we can, preemptively announce. We'll officially announce things on Twitter soon, but we're partnering with a new platform called Drip Shop, and they do live selling, but it's similar to Courtyard and similar to platforms like that where you can basically rip digital packs and get slabbed like Pokemon cards and sports cards and things like that. So you're part of the new platform, but they do a really cool live selling aspect of it where you can stream directly to their platform and then also stream to the other places as well. But it's a live selling experience. So like we'll be basically selling digital packs of Pokemon cards live on a stream. Where people can rip them out and get physical slabs of Pokemon cards that are digitally secured. So we'll be doing that on this platform Drip. I think hopefully Wednesday we may be pushing it back a couple more days. We're still getting organized with them. But we'll be doing that.
But you will probably put out posts and notifications on X, right?
Yeah. But that's really cool.
Just send them over to me as a DM, and when I see it like on time, I will definitely share and repost that. But Josh, sorry, I interrupted your question there.
Hey, you're the other co-host. So my question is, because you guys have talked about how you gotta surf the web to try and find some of these pieces, and a really interesting topic that's coming to light a lot these days is AI. So have you guys considered how you might use AI to maybe try and like source some of this stuff and find it, and just how to kind of build what you guys are doing?
Yes, I've definitely considered it, have played around with it a little bit. I'm sure if you spend a lot of money on it, there's ways to do it, but at least with the current tools, it's a big step. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to, if you can train an AI to look for specific items and kind of do some like web scraping on and all these different platforms and try to be first to when something lists, or kind of have like pricing thresholds where it's like, hey, I'm looking for this VHS under $50. If it gets listed, then your system automatically will send you an email alert letting you know that it's been listed, so you can be quick to jump on it. Or even going through a big lot where it's like maybe there's 100 VHS in a lot. You don't want to spend the time going through and pricing out each and every single one, but you can have an AI go through and kind of figure that out and give you a rough price estimate and figure out whether or not it's worth you spending your money on it. I think there's a ton of opportunity there. I'm sure people are working on it. Something I've kind of started and stopped a few different times, but have never fully committed to. It's just I just am not technically savvy enough, I think, to get there. But if I can find a really good AI engineer who knows how to do that kind of stuff, would love to build something like that. And then also, I think it's a really cool product that you can then sell as well to other people.
Yeah, I was just curious. You've definitely thought about it, though.
Definitely thought like it.
Jan, do you have any other questions on your list?
No. Honestly, I'm out of questions.
Okay. Well, then let's take this time to just mention to anybody in the chat, if you guys have questions for Spencer or Sean, make sure to drop them. We'll try and highlight them. In the meantime, is there any topics or anything that you guys want to cover that we haven't brought up? Projects that you guys are working on, things like that?
Yeah, let me think. I would say something like, maybe it's not a project, but something that I've been getting more and more into recently is like kids animation, and like a lot of there's a lot of VHS tapes that are really valuable that are like old like Nickelodeon releases or Cartoon Network releases that are very rare and very scarce that didn't realize that people put a lot of value on. Like this is one that I picked up recently. If you remember Dexter's Lab.
Yes. Yes.
Classic. Yeah. So this specific tape, I got a really good deal on this on a Whatnot sale. But this Dexter's Lab greatest. This tape sealed sells for like $250, which is crazy. And it's just, I love Dexter's Lab. I don't fully understand why it's so valuable, but I've been finding recently that there's a lot of tapes like that, or even like the Wiggles, or like like Veggie Tales, or like Dora the
Yeah.
Explorer. There's some like crazy valuable tapes in those markets that you would never think of unless you go through the eBay listings and see what people are selling these things for. So that's been a market that I've been interested in, excited about exploring more recently.
That's
SquarePants Blockbuster tape I've seen sell for up to $1,000.
Yeah,
like that sells for a lot. Yeah,
Yep.
multiple sales, by the way, not just one.
Mhm.
I find that area really interesting because I've always felt like for example, some of the biggest YouTube channels out there are children oriented channels, right? But you don't hear about them all the time, which I find quite interesting. So like your points about how some of these shows are going for more than you thought. Yeah, I
mean, it's like classic nostalgia. Like people our age who grew up on these shows, it's like now that you have money and you can afford to buy those things that you loved when you were a kid. It's people are buying that.
100%. Jan, do you have any questions in your chat?
Let's address the comment, I would say. I'm looking to buy an original sealed Donnie Darko VHS tape.
Cool.
What are some tips to look for and look out for? Because he don't want to just buy a random one online without knowing as much info as he can.
Yeah, for Donnie Darko, I don't know. So there's a lot of things you gotta look out for, right? I mean, sometimes it's watermarks. You could have certain promotional stickers on the tapes that help identify the earlier releases.
Yeah.
For Donnie Darko, I can put a little bit of research in there to find out.
That came out in 2001. So,
yeah, I would say
there's probably both VHS and DVD for that one.
Yeah, I would say probably the biggest thing you got to look out for is just make sure to look out when the VHS was released. That would be a good start. So if it was released in 2001, make sure to look in the box, look on the back, and see if it was actually released in 2001.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
Make sure it's not a later release.
Later release, yeah. So if you're looking for a first release or first print, that would be the good start. And then from there, maybe let me see. Actually, I'm gonna do a little. I'm actually just search it real quick. Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't know specifically what the first print looks like, but yeah, definitely making sure that it was released in the same year. That's definitely important. But yeah, I mean, I would set up an alert on eBay and Mercari. Those are both good spots that allow you set up buying alerts or whenever things get listed. So if one pops up, then you'll be first to know because you'll get a notification for it, and then you can do a little bit of assessment. But yeah, but you want to do some research and see what they've sold for. So if you go to type in Donnie Darko sealed VHS on eBay and then go to sold listings, you can see what they sell for. And generally speaking, the ones that have sold for a higher price or whatever, that's usually a pretty good indication of what is a first release or what isn't. Like I'm looking right now and there's the Premiere series that has the green label on top. One sold for $99 recently, another one sold for $175 recently, sold for $110.
I would argue, or not argue, but I would also add on top of that, probably one of the safer routes you can go if you're really a big fan of Donnie Darko and you want to find something, find a promo screener, because there's only one variant of that released and you don't have to worry about whether it's a first print or not. Also, those will always sell for a premium, for sure.
Yep.
Here's actually, can I pull up a screen real quick? Mind if I?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. I'll pull this one up. So here's an example of one. And again, I'm not saying that this price is what it's worth. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just letting you know this is what the screener looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So on the back, you have right here. It's just basically just promoting the actual film. So it's basically a bunch of highlights. Right down the bottom, it says not for sale or not for resale or rental.
Yep.
These were sent.
There's no barcode or UPC
No
on
barcode. Yeah, these were sent directly to the retail or distributors. Sent these out to retailers so they can determine how many VHS tapes they'd want to purchase of the film. So these were created in very scarce quantity. Typically, I mean, depending on the popularity of the movie, I think this one was probably a lot more scarce because this wasn't a massive blockbuster film.
Yeah.
So there probably maybe only a few hundred in existence today. It's very possible.
Yeah.
I speculate.
And probably even fewer sealed. Yeah.
Yeah, even fewer sealed. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a big tape. We actually do know the seller too. So if you are, I know,
What a coincidence.
yeah. So was it Ronnie that mentioned it? Was it Ronnie?
Yeah.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
if you are seriously interested in this, and again, we can talk about the prices. I mean, right away, I see a coupon code for 100 off, but I can talk to him and see what we can get this down to. If you're interested, I can introduce you to him and do a group chat or something. But I would say in terms of value and scarcity and, you know, something that you love, promo screeners are the way to go. There might be Academy or award screeners out for this, but it didn't really win the award screener. So I think promo screeners are probably one of the cooler options.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Yeah, that's really rad.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, I mean, even unsealed, these Donnie Darko tapes sell really well. It looks like there's like a blue version where the actual tape itself is blue. I see one of these sold for $125 recently, unsealed.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think
so
these tapes in general, I think are fairly rare, like even unsealed. But take a look and see what's on sale. But I think like the best way is like see what has sold already. If you go to the sold listings, and then you can get an idea of, you know, what people are paying for things for different versions, and then when you're looking to buy, and you have an idea of kind of what the right price point is, and also, you know, making sure that you have the right version as well.
Yeah, and like this right away, this would be a re-release because right up here says Premiere Series. So kind of like for video games, you have a greatest hits, you know, same idea. So these were later release tapes.
But those re-releases still sell really well because this movie
I'm not saying they're not worth
was so
anything.
scarce. Yeah,
But
like Sean, go to the sold listings real quick.
yeah, I will definitely. Yeah, for example,
That's such a masterclass on finding those kind of collectibles here. So nice to see.
Like here's an example for sure of a potential first release. I don't know. I'll double check. This is also a French version as well. But you see, like the cover art is different than the actual promo screener. The promo screener typically has different artwork on it, which is also really cool.
Do different languages fetch for different prices?
Usually, US are always dominant.
Yeah.
I can't think of any foreign tapes that sell for premium.
Sometimes Canadian releases, like for like the TMNT tapes, like people definitely like. I think they value the Canadian one sometimes a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a good point.
Yeah. But
So
generally speaking, though, like not as much. But I will say like Japanese stuff, like maybe not as much for VHS, but like for like Laserdisc and vinyl, like people definitely value like some like the Japanese releases just because like the art is different. And they just look really, really cool, you know?
Yeah. So good tip, go to advanced search, type in Donnie Darko VHS, and then go down here and hit sold. And then you search it, and then it'll pop up and it'll show you what some of the recent prices were for this tape. I mean, even re-released used tape.
I was gonna say, yeah, still sell really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the blue tape. Sorry, go back up a little bit, Sean.
I didn't realize unsealed VHSs.
So, there's that blue tape right there. So people really value that one. So that looks like it's probably an original release, most
And to
likely.
take it even further, what you could do, this is ending recently, but you could also go to highest first, which gives you what's the ceiling look like recently.
Yeah.
So here's a sealed re-release tape sold for $175.
Yeah.
Here's, I don't know what copy this is. Metrodome Excellent tested. I'm not sure what that is, but here's another copy sold for 140, 135, 100. So yeah, I mean, I think that screener could be really cool investment. You're seeing popularity for sure from this tape.
Totally.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you get that screener for under 500, like that's
probably a really good, yeah.
pretty safe.
Just considering the value of what these re-release tapes are selling for, opened. I mean, to have a promo screener sealed is pretty insane.
Yeah, you get that graded, like that'll do very well. Yeah.
Wait, so Ronnie, you said that. So I think Ronnie made a comment earlier saying there was a promo screener 9.8 grade that sold for $5,000.
Yeah, right here.
So Ronnie, where did that sale happen? Did that happen on eBay? Because I didn't know about that sale.
Not me either.
Yeah, we would have advertised that for sure. Give us some more.
Was that a sale or is it just listed for that much?
Let me see. If it's
Yeah, VeVe Butch, I have not started collecting the One Piece cards yet, but very, very interested and have been doing research on that market. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. So it's listed. Here it is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, and that's also a pedigree too, isn't it?
Well, it's also no, it's not a pedigree, but we also know the seller of this one as well.
Yeah, Sean, are you sure that's not a pedigree label? Oh no, it's just Universal. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our buddy Ethan, and Ethan actually co-created a website called the VHS Bible, which is a great one-stop shop for your resource for VHS. Mostly films from the 80s, but it gives you a really good visual understanding of what first release tapes look like, because the 80s gets really complicated.
Yeah.
In what way?
I mean, like for Back to the Future, for example, I mean, you have the first release has wraparound watermarks, and then the same year they released another tape that had watermarks on the side. It's sometimes the tapes that don't have watermarks are first releases, like they're all so different, and it gets really messy and complicated.
Yeah.
But when you find out,
there's just some very specific things that you have to know, like for
so
like.
So this is Back to the Future. Oh, I can remove my.
Oh, here.
There we go. So right here, you see the wraparound watermarks right here.
Mm-hmm.
That indicates a first release for Back to the Future. We actually had this signed by Michael J. Fox as well. We're waiting for the yellow labels because we got it cracked out of the CGC.
We cracked it out of the CGC case.
Yeah, we had it graded. But then you have like, there we go. So one second, guys. And here's an 89 release of Back to the Future. We got this one graded. This one right here. So this is an 89 release.
Oh,
has
more
watermarks
signatures.
on the side.
Yeah, it's the side watermark instead of the wraparound.
On the bottom right here, it'll say 89. Another one says 86. But yeah, this one's signed by the cast as well. It's really cool.
Wow.
But yeah,
So yeah, just more moving parts.
the website is called, it's just vhsbible.com. So yeah, if you go to vhsbible.com, really, really, really good information on how to distinguish between all the different prints.
This one's really rad. Anyone out there fan of The Sandlot?
The Sandlot. Oh wait. Oh, I know that movie. What's
Yeah, the baseball movie with the dog in the yard.
Yeah.
So we had David.
Yeah, and you don't know baseball. This is American.
yeah. This is a Blockbuster re-release tape. So this was resealed, but it's a Blockbuster re-release, and I actually mailed it to him and got it signed by him. And he wrote, "You're killing me, Smalls," on it.
Oh
so big
my
shout out
gosh.
to David for giving this to us. This is like in the PC.
And the
This one I'm not
Blockbuster
selling.
re-release. That's so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so a question here. So have you ever bumped into fake sealed VHS? Absolutely. We're currently dealing with something right now with a Superman, original Superman, was I think VHS from 1979, sealed, that we purchased for quite a bit of amount of money. Still trying to figure it out. But yeah, we sent it into Rewind Grading. They told us that the seal did not look legitimate. And so
we sent that one to CGC, and they came back.
sorry, CGC. Sorry, CGC. We sent it to
This one, yeah, we're still dealing with that. And this one is a Back to the Future 2 screener tape, and we thought it was sealed, but we sent it to them, got it signed by the cast, and it came back unauthentic seal.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it definitely hurt, but at the same time, the guy that we bought it from was one of the OG distributors.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 75 years old, dude. He's not trying
he's not resealing things.
He's not trying to like hustle people for. There are scammers out there for sure, but he was.
Totally.
This was not.
But there was a lot of things that ended up getting resealed anyway. Or even like things that were like previewed tapes. Like if you've seen tapes that have like that previewed like sticker on them that are sealed, like Blockbuster would get tapes and then reseal them and then put them on, even though they were previewed. So like there are definitely situations where it's not malicious. It was just part of doing business that things got resealed. It's just not that original seal.
Right. The amount of stuff we've covered today, geez.
Oh yeah,
my mind is racing right now.
As I said beforehand, I mean a masterclass. Yeah.
Do you have any other comments in your chat that we're missing?
No, I've checked. Nothing there. I mean, we've covered it all, I think.
Okay.
I will say in general, guys, if you're looking for something and you want to find it on eBay, definitely go to eBay, search for it, and then click the heart.
Yeah,
and then make sure you save it as a saved search, because you'll get notifications either by email or on the app, and you can go on there and see what listings have popped up with those specific searches. So that way you can specifically look for things that you want to find, and they'll pop up daily. And we've sniped a lot of cool shit that way. A lot of really cool stuff. Yeah.
And you can do that on Mercari as well, in addition to eBay. They also have saved those searches.
See, even an AI bot that scrapes that page from the websites, it gives you notifications that comes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience with AI? Do you know how to do any of that kind of stuff?
A little bit, but not in. I'm not confident enough to say yes yet.
Okay.
I'm
would love to collaborate on something like that. It's definitely something I've been thinking about for a long time.
It's the main thing I'm focused on right now. Yeah,
Cool.
it's just trying to learn all the AI platforms and how to use them. So,
Cool.
but yeah, for sure, I can definitely reach out.
All righty.
nothing else.
Let us take this as the last question, because here in Germany it gets kind of late and I have to get up early tomorrow for my real job. So
Fair.
guys, take this question away, please.
What is
So I
something
think this is probably the most undervalued right now.
yeah.
Which one?
The question,
Yeah.
well,
So
what's undervalued?
yeah.
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 What's something you think will be high level collectible that isn't yet?
Honestly, I think Laserdisc is one that hasn't really fully caught on yet, that I think will become really valuable, especially now that you're able to grade them, and there's a legit company doing that. I think a lot of people just don't really know what they are. So I think Laserdisc. I think there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen massive sales for Laserdiscs. There's a Willy Wonka original soundtrack graded by VMG that sold for about $10,000 on Golden a few weeks
I
ago.
think that was a vinyl though. I don't think that was a.
Yeah, it was vinyl. It was vinyl. I'm saying, yeah,
Okay.
it was a soundtrack. Yeah, it was vinyl.
Okay. I was talking about Laserdisc, which is
But yeah,
But vinyl's already caught on. Like people already value vinyl quite a bit. I think Laserdisc is the one that's a little more undervalued compared to the two.
Yeah, I agree.
I've never heard of it actually before this stream, so I'm definitely gonna look more into
Yeah,
it.
me neither.
And then there's what's the other one? Video disc, right? Is the other one
Video
also
disc
was
that
not as popular.
Yeah.
That the video disc was like almost like a floppy disk, but it was like a giant like a floppy disk like the size of like a record basically. And so that's video disc. Those also never really caught on, as a format, but also potentially could be a cool collectible.
I think cassettes, obviously, those have done very well as well, and I think you can get really good value for a lot of soundtracks. Like we have a couple here. There's one for Back to the Future. It's a first release, sealed. For Back to the Future.
Signed by the crew.
Not yet.
We have
Actually,
another
cool story.
right?
So when we got our stuff signed, I actually took a couple from Ethan, actually, who I mentioned earlier, and I had his cassette tape signed for Back to the Future by Michael J. Fox. It got graded by Rewind, and it ended up selling on Golden for around $6,000 to $8,000, around there. Yeah, which is really, really cool. Here's a first release of Superman from 1976.
Oh,
Still
that's
sealed.
cool.
And then this one's pretty wild too. This is an original soundtrack from 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
which is still sealed as well. So a couple soundtrack films, and these are a lot easier to collect and store.
and then for cassettes, they also do promos as well. So yeah, like this was, if you're a fan of Soundgarden, Super Unknown, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. But this is an advanced cassette that was sent out ahead of time to record labels and to radio stations. Doesn't have the original branding on it, but yeah, still sealed and graded.
See, stories like that are so cool to me.
Yeah,
Not even having the original branding and stuff.
Here's Dr. Dre. I'm not sure if you're a fan of Dre, but this is a promo for the 2001 album. Yeah, the promo tape's still sealed. So yeah,
this one is not sealed, but this is like an early Leonard Skinnard, promo. It has like literally like just like a basic label that just says Leonard Skinnard on it. It's like there's some really, really cool stuff out there. And these were probably never sealed.
Wow.
Probably
Guys,
the.
I mean, you guys have so much stuff.
I
loved the comic comment. Like, I love how he pulls all this out from in front of him, like a magician.
This is probably our biggest grail, probably by far. It's the promotional album or promo tape for the Downward Spiral by 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, so if you see on there right there, it says for promotional use only on the side. And yeah, this is considered a top 100 album of all time. Yeah, so pretty cool to have that one in the collection.
You know what, Jan? I know you said last question, but this is the last question. I have to ask this one.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a good one.
It's a really good one. Can you guys easily detach emotions pretty much from the pieces that you buy? No? It's hard for you?
No, it's possible. It's not easy. Yeah, I mean, like we were talking before about that the Harry Potter world premiere ticket that we got. Like it was so hard to let that one go. Like I mean, that's one of my favorite film franchises, and read the books growing up. Like that was, I mean, it was based on where we bought it and where the offer we got on it. It was like kind of a no brainer to take it, but also like it was so hard to let that one go.
So hard. Yeah. That was
And
tough.
especially things like now, like things that we like co-owned with Kevin, or things that, like we, know that Kevin loved, like things like that, like we're never going to sell like that emotional connection is way too strong. Like that's like those things we're never going to get rid of.
Sure.
But certain things, we also like buy things with the intention of flipping them. So like those ones, it's easier to let the emotional connection go.
Sure.
But yeah, so many of my, like everything I own has a story behind it. Like literally you could point to anything on this back wall behind me, and I could tell you a story about it. And so, yeah, like having that connection definitely makes it tough to give stuff up.
Yeah. They always say it's harder to sell than it is to buy. So
Always.
Yeah.
Unless the offer's good enough.
being VeVe collectors, I know we've all experienced that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
That's you got to bring up that last one from Ronnie, because that's a great story.
Oh, Kevin Smith.
Yeah. So we've
go.
actually met Kevin Smith twice, and we had this is actually a perfect tie-in to the other question that was asked. So we had a promo screener for Clerks, and it was we got it signed by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith.
Mhm.
And it was cool because I knew Kevin Smith worked at a VHS store. I knew he worked at a Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
So when he saw it, and most of the people I bring this stuff to, they're like, "Oh, that's cool, neat." But Kevin Smith's a different level, right? I mean, this is very personal for him. And he saw it, and he was like, "Oh my God, this is a sealed promo screener? Holy!" He said, "You have no idea." When I worked at Blockbuster, we were so excited to get these in the store because there's only one copy that came in of each film. And when I made Clerks and I saw a promo screener of my film being made, that hit home so hard. And then I was telling him, I knew you were going to react to this. I was so excited for you to see it. It was really awesome. And we ended up getting that graded, and we did sell it to a collector that also worked at Blockbuster Video, and it was very sentimental to him. And knowing that, we were like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, if it was somebody who was just going to flip it, we probably wouldn't have sold it. But we knew the collector really valued it. Yeah,
he's a huge collector, so we knew it was going to a good home. It was very personal for him. So,
Yeah.
It was awesome. But Kevin Smith is amazing. He's such an amazing guy. I would love to.
We also, like, it was a really good offer. We made a lot of money on it, so like it was it was worth it, But also another one that was really, really hard to give up,
Yeah,
totally.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, we just sniped a Mallrats and a Chasing Amy screener, so we got a date with Kevin Smith again in the future. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
So I have to address this one.
Ronnie, you're great.
I mean, sorry for the questions. Ronnie, please never again apologize for participating in our stream, adding value, asking questions.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we want here in our live show. So you are welcome, my friend. I mean, it's totally fine for me. Then I go to bed like half an hour later. So, and then the last when the next episode with this panel, I think we had a lot of fun. I mean, I can speak just for myself. I had a lot of fun, but I guess Josh as well. So if you guys would be up to do that again in the future in some kind of format, I guess we would love to collaborate again with you guys.
And I was gonna say, we'd love to have both of you guys on our Q and Hang show at some point.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. That would be.
Yeah,
really
100%.
appreciate the invite.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Just let us know when and where, and we will be there, and we will definitely find a date for that. Perfect. And Josh, do you want to finish this stream today? Or
sure. Yeah, I don't have anything else on my list, but in terms of everyone who came through, supported the show, really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe on the show. And I guess we'll let you guys go unless there's anything else you guys want to mention before we do.
We'll save it for the next one.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Keep an eye out for the drip shop. Live sale. That's gonna be really fun.
The next couple
It'll be
days.
probably Pokemon focused. So
shoot me a DM, and then I will definitely share it.
Yeah. And if you guys,
I was gonna say that stream, we're also gonna be doing some giveaways. We're gonna be giving away some free pack pulls as well. So it'll be a fun live stream to join.
Cool. So if you guys aren't following Comics and Crypto, we already tagged him over on X, so you guys can find him there. And yeah, guys, really appreciate you taking the time and coming on the show. So
Yeah, anytime, guys. This is great. This is a blast.
of course, we'll see you in the next one, I guess.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Later, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, Jan, quick, get rid of your green screen. Join Video Ninja. Yeah. Oh wait, we still need you here. Nope. Do this, and then wait. Hang on. New stream setup. Hang on. Hold up. Wait. Where is it? There.
Finally, back in the old setting.
For anyone wondering, we're using StreamYard with OBS, so it's like we got two different, dashboards we're working with here. But what did you think about that? That was an awesome show.
Dude, I mean, there were some parts where I'm like totally gone because I couldn't comprehend where the guys are talking about, because like they went like so deep in this collectibles rabbit hole. But on the same side, I've learned a ton. Yeah, and that was great.
The thing that I really appreciate about those guys is, and I think we mentioned this about like D-Roy with Suye. You can see the passion that they have through the screen.
100%.
Yeah. That's what I love. So, really appreciate them coming through. Awesome conversation. And then, guys, we're in the last, I guess, stage of today's show. So if there's any questions you want to ask us, any just general topics you want to cover, let us know in the chat. And then if there's nothing, we'll, I guess, wrap things up. But
yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to joining their show, and I hope we can make it happen. Like, that we kind of on a regular basis maybe have like those kind of discussion rounds also in terms of like VeVe updates or OMI updates or whatever. I think that would be really, really interesting collaboration here with our show and theirs. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I've always been a fan of their content.
Yeah, and one thing again, we haven't. I know you've addressed that, but Fro, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that donation. Really appreciate that.
Anything else?
Nope.
Nothing on my end. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up because I think Jan needs to sleep and I have client work to do. So
yeah, I will probably get my, how do you say it? Get in some trouble because the show went longer, like an hour longer than I told her. But yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, yeah. In that case, then really appreciate everyone who came through. So again, if you guys haven't hit the like button or subscribed, just make sure to do that. We got that on screen now. Production is going up. All right. And then, do we have a guest set for next show, or do you want to just keep that?
I mean, next show, I'm not there.
Then yes, we will have a guest. I don't know who it is yet, but somebody will be with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie,
awesome, guys.
Thanks for those comments, honestly.
You two make a great team. Really appreciate it, guys. All right. That concludes today's show. We'll be in a different environment next show. Keep it changing. But really appreciate everyone who came through, and we'll see you next week, Monday at 1 p.m. EST.
Have a great week, guys.
Let's collect. We collect. Collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect. Beyond the drop. We collect with collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect. Let's collect. Let's collect. Beyond the drop.